Hello and welcome students. Welcome to the 4th of April Shift-1 discussion. So till now we have seen two shifts and yes, we can say the two shifts were quite easy, not that difficult. In physics we had seen. So the standard type of questions that are expected, the minimum deviation thing that was asked, the photoelectric effect that was asked, the Bohr's model that was asked, and yeah, moment of inertia was asked, and what all other topics? What all other topics? Yes, and yes, any of you who is just out of the exam center, if you have if you remember any of the questions, so please mention question in the comment section, and also please mention how was the paper. Was it difficult, was it easy or moderate? And also we are going to start the discussion just in few minutes. Okay, so our team is fetching the questions and soon we will begin our discussion. Now students, please respond in the comments. How was the shift, sir? Yes, we are waiting to see the questions. Sir, when does a dropper batch start? The details are there on the app. Okay, so you go there and search. Sir, shift level easy or moderate or hard? Yeah, we are waiting for that. We are waiting for that. Just we are receiving questions from the students. Yes, Yogesh. We are receiving question from the students, and just in few minutes the question will come, and Deependra sir and Gaurav sir will also join with us in the discussion of maths part and the chemistry part. So by then, if any of you are just out of the exam center, so please mention how was the paper, any of question you remember, please mention any question in physics, chemistry or maths. We'll start the discussion. Meanwhile, we will take questions. My attempt 8th April, second shift, Arpan. Okay, Arpan, all the best, all the best. Now, if we discuss about the questions that we discussed on the previous two shifts, let us see that what were the questions that we had discussed that day, previous two shifts. Yes, we had question on minimum deviation is certainly an important topic. I am feeling sad that I don't find this channel before. Very nice marathon, sir. Okay, thank you, Abhiram. So yeah, satellite question was asked, the time period of the satellite. Not today, I am talking about till now on 2nd of April. Okay, and we had seen one question on refraction on spherical surface that was asked. Sir, I am nervous, my exam is tomorrow. Don't worry, go with confidence. Okay, go with confidence. First attempt few of the easiest question from the paper. I always mention this, that whenever you sit in the exam hall, the mindset matters a lot. If you have a fear, if you have fear in your mind, or if you have negative mindset, then even if you know the questions, you will not be able to answer them. But if you have positive mindset, then it will be a very greater chance, very high chance, that even if that question was difficult, still you will be able to do that. Okay, so go with positive mindset. And how to make the mindset positive? First, pick the easiest of the questions. Pick easiest of the questions. 4-5 questions from the physics, easy questions, you can solve them. Yes, you can solve them very easily. Okay, solve them first, and when you solve those 4 and 5 questions, easy questions, then you feel like, oh, exam is easy, I'm able to do that, I'm able to get the answers. If that feeling comes in the exam hall, now trust me, total temperament will become positive. How was the shift, sir? Vijay, we are waiting for the questions from the students. Sir, when the analysis is going to be start? Just in few minutes, Aditya. So the questions are coming, they are being typed, and we will start, okay, soon. Everyone, Radhe Krishna, Dubeji. Sir, how was the paper? Yeah, we are waiting for that. Sir, that is what happened with me in first attempt. I was full of fear and I messed up the ones I could solve very well. Yeah, Advaita. So Advaita, this time you have to take care of that thing. Okay, even if the paper is difficult, it is difficult for everyone. And trust me, 2 to 4 very lengthy question, very difficult question will not change the level of the entire paper. Okay, if let us take you see physics. Okay, first question you see, oh, very lengthy it is, then what? Leave that. First pick easy questions. 2 to 4 questions, if they are difficult, they will not it is difficult for everyone if it is there, so don't worry about that. Hello sir, 8th April को मेरा पेपर है, क्या करूँ, please guide me. So beta, we are already doing these memory based sessions. Okay, so come see the type of the questions asked, solve those questions. After the session you can download the PDF and PPT. Okay, then prepare the topics. If you have not prepared these topics which are being asked, prepare them very nicely. Okay, you'll get a confidence. Sir, how many questions in physics in JEE exam? 25 questions we have. Okay, so out of 25 in memory based, we are able to fetch nearly 20 questions. Okay, so let us see how many questions we will discuss today. Hello sir, 8th April ko mera paper hai. I think I already mentioned. Okay, okay. Tomorrow is my birthday and exam bhi hai. Anuradha is saying, so why you are worrying? Okay, it's a great day, na? Exam, it's a great day. Okay, so go with positive mindset and give your best. Leave the rest, give your best. This is how you have to work. So don't worry about that. Okay, so what will happen in the exam or like that? No, no, you have to go with positive mindset. Mindset plays a very important role, trust me guys. Okay, so the preparation that you had to do, you have done. Now that you cannot change. If you have some time, certainly you can prepare few topics, but when you enter the exam hall, the preparation you could have done, you had done. Now mindset plays the entire role. Positive mindset means your score will be better than what you could have got. Negative mindset will be means your score will be lesser than what you deserve. So do you want to get less score than what you deserve? If you deserve 99 percentile and due to tension in the exam or due to pressure in the exam or stress in the exam, you are getting 95 percentile. Is that good? No, it's not good. So please don't take that. Anyone here? Okay. Sir, can you provide us formulas that were asked in April attempt, sir? Okay. On 2nd April and 2nd April morning and evening shift, PDF are uploaded on our WhatsApp channel. Okay. So their solutions are there, their formulas are there, everything is there. So download those PDFs and you can practice. Sir, I will forget formulas in exam hall. Now in physics, I always emphasize that you try to try to understand the concept. If you just remember the formula without understanding the concept, it will be very high chance that you will forget that. Okay, so try to understand the concept. Formulas are required, but not all the formulas you have to remember. Few of the formulas like terminal velocity formula you can remember. Even if you are not able to remember terminal velocity, then formula, then understand the concept how that comes. Okay, so that you will be able to do that in exam. Sir, I keep getting confused in organic reagents, please help. Gaurav sir will come and he will help actually. Sir, please say overall difficulty level of 2nd April shift. Okay, I had attempted 46 questions. What percentile I can achieve, sir, please? So on that we will provide a separate analysis, okay, based on physics, chemistry and maths, all the three. But physics level, if we talk about, physics level was quite good. Okay, it was solvable. We can say few questions were moderate. Most of the questions that we got were easy. Certainly we didn't receive all the questions. We received only 20 questions out of 25. I said I could not do first 4 questions and that fear killed me that day. Yeah. So when you saw the paper, don't start with question number 1. Start, just have a look and few 2 to 3 question you will see this is one liner. This question I know 100%. So first do those questions and then move to the next question. Sir, please start. Yes, Varun, we are just going to start because the questions are being typed. So it takes a while, okay, for the questions to be typed. So the students are coming out of the exam hall, they give the questions, they are being typed. So take few minutes. So in few minutes just we will start. Okay. Sir, I have an exam in evening shift. How should I revise now? You have exam in evening shift, don't revise now. Okay, if you have time you can watch this analysis session. Don't do any extra effort now. Go with free mind, go with positive mind. लास्ट टाइम पर क्या पढ़ना चाहिए, क्या छोड़ना चाहिए सर? क्योंकि जब कोई टॉपिक छोड़कर लगता है कि ये ओके, नाउ द टाइम इज लास्ट, you cannot prepare everything. At least prepare those things which are being asked. How will you get to know? From the PPT, from the PDF of the 2nd April morning and evening PDF of the memory base. At least prepare those topics very nicely. Okay, if that is not prepared, prepare that because they are the most probable thing that can come in your paper. How's today's shift? Yes, Vikram, we are just getting the questions. Okay. I think Gaurav sir is there. Okay, so Gaurav sir will join us now. So Gaurav sir, it's over to you. Stop streaming. Streaming.
Good evening. Sorry, good afternoon. We have a habit of meeting in the evening, so rather, I also have that habit. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Santosh. Good afternoon, Dubey. Dubey is okay. Dubey, all the very best, beta. I still remember you have your paper on 8th of April. Still, I guess in the second shift. Yes, so all the very best for that. And obviously, you are doing it absolutely correct. That, sir, faculties of Laksh batch. Parnika, it will be soon revealed, I guess, within a frame of few days. So just hold on for like till 13th of April. I mean, from 13th we are going to start our batch. Yes, Niladri, good afternoon. How was your paper, guys? Because actually we are just the questions are just getting fetched. So in a frame of like 1 to 2 minutes, or maybe I mean 3 minutes, we'll be coming with the questions. I guess I have one question from chemistry. It was a question from POAC, I guess. Practical organic chemistry. No, it still hasn't come yet. So we just have to hold for a little a little bit while more. So yes, I guess we have been okay. So questions are just coming. By the time, if any of you have gone to the real D day, if today was your D day, then definitely you can put that question in that comment section. I'll try to resolve. In fact, I'll try to tell my team to get those questions from the comment section itself. So it would be rather helpful for everybody. Sir, any comments for evening shift? Beta, Pratham, let us just first see how was the morning shift, because questions we haven't seen the complete. Yes, I have seen two questions. I mean, one of my student gave me two questions, one from solution and colligative properties and one from POAC, as I explained, but it's still getting typed. So we just have to, because see, ultimately we know it is NCRT logic that they have to ask, but ultimately the the final into divide that we do over here, and we get in a sync that ha yahi answer tha. So sir, for how many question in chemistry in JEE exam? Beta, if you are asking Arpan that how many question we discussed, then I guess on the 2nd of April, the first day, on the first session, we had discussed around 22 questions, and on the second two, and on shift 2, that is evening shift of 2nd April, we discussed somewhere around 21 questions. But yes, I mean the paper is as we expected. The January paper 2nd April was relatively much attemptable, much easier. Yes, evening shift of 2nd April was quite again lengthy, and if you compare it with the morning shift was very easy. You can even do those maximum number of chemistry questions again in a frame of like 30, 40, 35 minutes, and you can save that extra amount of time to invest in your mathematics, and then mathematics was also easy. So 2nd April first session was very much doable, so it was really very easy. So if you guys have any questions, if you had your paper today and you remember the question, kindly just hit us with the question. We'll be solving them together. Hi sir, please say overall difficulty level of 2nd April. Beta, overall difficulty level of paper 1 was like, if I rate it from a scale of 1 to 5 for chemistry per se, it is not even 1.5, maximum 2, because of some calculations and few physical chemistry questions, so maximum 2. And if you say the evening shift chemistry paper, then it was 2.75, not even 3. So yes, if you compare it with the January session, it was very attemptable, beta. So let us check if we are having some questions. Not yet. चलो तो सर tomorrow is exam, feeling very nervous. Niladri, feeling nervous is very common beta. You should feel nervous, but yes, out of that nervousness you should work, and that is what you are doing also. So whatever questions Niladri we are bringing over here na, take them as you're giving the paper tomorrow. You take them as the final call. Once we give the question, I mean, just put the screen in front of you, but put us to mute, and then you attempt by yourself. So because that will definitely give you an edge of practicing what you know. And obviously, if you do not know something, then go back to your class notes and read those stuff that you feel you are stuck at. So let's see, guys. I guess I've got that chemistry question. Let me check again. Or else then Deepen sir or Sumit sir will be ready with their question. So let me just have a heads up from them. No, I don't have any question yet. Ha beta, Utkarsh, I regret that I can't start, because even after the paper we also want to discuss and finish with the paper ASAP. But physical constraint, na, the question is fetched by the students. They are typed. Yes, so I guess just a second, guys. Hello. Okay, man. Okay, beta.
So students, we are there with the first question on physics. So let us see what is that question, and you will be surprised that as I was saying that you have to prepare the memory based question very nicely. You will see this is another question on surface energy. Okay, this is this tension spelling is wrong. This is another question on surface energy. We had seen surface energy question in 2nd April morning shift and 2nd April evening shift also. Surface energy was asked. This is another question on surface energy. Now if you are doing these memory based and live, so it is very important that you note down these topics in your notebook and prepare them very nicely. See another direct simple question. Let us solve it. Work done in increasing the radius of a loop radius of a bubble, it should be a bubble, radius of a bubble from 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter is, how much work will be done? We know work done is equal to change in the surface energy. Yes, we know this. Work done is equal to change in surface energy. How we write the surface energy? Surface energy is equal to surface area into the surface tension, isn't it? Surface energy is equals to surface area into the surface tension. Now one thing is, it's a bubble. It's a bubble. If it is a bubble, bubble has two surfaces. So don't do 4 pi r square, do 8 pi r square. So it will become 8 pi, I am writing final, okay, let us write this as E2 minus E1. So final surface energy will be final area 8 pi r2 square into the surface tension T minus what will be the initial area 8 pi r1 square into the surface tension, that is T. Now write it, 8 pi you can take common, 8 pi T you can take common, 8 pi T into r2 square minus r1 square. Now put the values, 8 pi, let us put pi as 3.14, 8 into 3.14 into the surface tension. Surface tension is 0.07, okay, into 0.07 into r2 square minus r1 square will become 4 minus 1, okay, that will become 3. So 3, and this is in centimeter square, convert that to meter square, multiplying that with minus 4 like this. r2 square minus r1 square. Yeah, it seems okay. Now let us see what the calculation says here. So this will become 8 into 3.14 into 7 into 3. This is 527.52 into 10 to the power minus 6. So I can say this is 5.27 into 10 to the power minus 4 joules. Can we get easier question than this? No. So we are getting 5.27 into 10 to the power minus 4 joules, which is option 3. Yes, if it is, you can say bubble, we have to take twice the surface area. 2T, yes, if it's soap. So if it is soap, the surface area becomes 8 pi r square. Instead of 4 pi r square, we will write 8 pi r square. Okay, tension T will write as it is, like either somebody is saying 2T if it's soap. 2T means twice the surface tension. No, area is twice. Either you do area into 2T or you do 2 area into T. The thing is the same, but the concept is area is actually twice. Okay, surface tension will remain the same, but area become twice because there are two surfaces. There are two surfaces there. Came also in previous shift. Yes, yes, this was asked in previous shift also. So therefore, when we are doing these memory based lives, so the importance of these memory based live is that you get an idea what type of questions are asked, and that idea is very important for you to prepare the topics. If let us take, if you have not prepared surface tension very nicely, then prepare it very nicely. Sir, but was soap written in question? No, bubble it is written, na? Whether it is a soap bubble or I don't know, was, I think they wrote here this loop is not there, this should be a soap. Bubble was written, whether it is soap bubble or whatever bubble it is, if bubble is there, means twice the surface. Sir, how long was paper? How tough was paper? Let us see, this physics question was very easy. We have seen this question. That means, sir, April shift may be easy. It looks like still now. Okay, I heard that 2 questions came from units and dimensions. Sai Kumar is saying 2 questions were asked from units and dimensions. Okay, if any of you are out of the paper, please mention any of the question if you remember. Any of the question if you remember, please mention the question if you remember. When we take 4 pi, sir, if it is a drop, then only one surface means surface area will be 4 pi r square. If it is a drop, 4 pi r square. If it is a bubble, 8 pi r square. Remember it like this. Do next question fast, sir, don't waste time. Somebody is saying, beta, we are getting the questions. Okay, our questions are being typed, we are not wasting the time. Okay, yeah, I think you got the point. Sir, when we take 4 pi, yeah, I mentioned. For drop, we take 4 pi r square. For bubble, we take 8 pi r square as the area. Okay. Now let us see if we have received any other question in physics. But we are just seeing. Let us see. Okay. I think we are getting some questions. See if it is there. Maths question. Okay, maths question is there now. Maths question is there. So I think Deependra sir will come. Deependra sir is will come. Let me check with Deependra sir. Let us see. Semiconductors. From semiconductors, what was asked? Can you say? Okay, somebody is typing the question. I am not getting that because that is being scrolled up by the comments. Let us see what is that question with the question mark. 5 NLM question. No. That's not possible. 5 question from NLM. Somebody is saying one question there. PV square is equals to constant. Okay, what is that? Find C. Okay, I somebody is saying this question. Somebody is saying that the question was given as PV square is equals to constant. It means which process is this? Polytropic process. Okay. For polytropic process, how we write the molar heat capacity? C is equals to Cv plus R upon 1 minus alpha, where alpha is PV to the power. Okay, now we will put here and we will get what is the value of C. Any other question? One question from EM waves. Gautam is saying, okay, electromagnetic waves questions are very easy, straightforward. Sir, any expectations for fifth polytropic process? Okay, sir, any expectations? No, don't expect anything. Okay, just do what things are being asked. Okay, prepare the important topics at this point of time very nicely. Sir, a question, is length is 5, velocity is 7, tension 5, find the mass of Bob. A question, length 5, velocity 7, tension 5. I don't know what this question is not clear. I think there is a question on vertical circular motion, somebody is telling. Okay, a bob is released maybe at some angle. A metal block of mass m is suspended from a rigid. Let me see that question in my phone. Yes. 7, tension 5, find the. Okay, a metal block of mass m is suspended from a rigid. Okay, rigid support through a metal wire of diameter this, uske baad shayad tensile stress. Okay, we can find stress and strain, whatever it is asked. Now let us see, Deependra sir is coming with the question. So Deependra sir, it's over to you.
So hello, hi, namaskar everyone. Just give me a quick update. Can you all hear me? I hope I'm clearly visible and audible. And here we have received the first questions of mathematics. Let's get started with this question. What does it say? It says A is a set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is another set A comma B comma C. Then the number of functions which are not onto. So whenever somebody says not onto, what does it mean? Not onto means they are asking you the number of into functions. I hope you do remember that when we revised, when we did the mathematics revision session, when we did you the mathematics formula revision session, where we delivered or gave you all these formulae, number of one functions, number of many one functions, number of into functions, number of onto functions. I hope you remember that session. So from there, I'll simply say that if you have set A, set B, and if mapping is needed to be predicted, I hope you understand that set A has 5 elements. Which elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And set B has 3 elements, A, comma, B, comma, C. Now, prediction is clearly simple, number of into functions. So we can use principle of inclusion and exclusion from here. I hope it's easy, doable and understandable. So principle of inclusion and exclusion says what? Sir, into functions means what? I hope you're understanding that out of total functions, if I start subtracting and adding, principle of inclusion and exclusion, I hope you remember. So how many total functions do I have? So total functions means what? All these elements, let's say one has 3 choices, A, B or C. So first element has 3 choices, second element has 3 choices. So if I simply ask you the total number of functions, it is going to be 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So total number of functions will be 3 to the power 5. Everybody got this? Now principle of inclusion and exclusion, if I use, these are the total functions. Now from here, if I take or if I talk about the simple case where I'm not having one element, let's say I'm removing this C. I am removing this C. So if I'm removing this C, let's say I'm not taking one of the elements. So either C, B or A, one element is removed. I hope you're getting it. So let's say one of the elements is removed. So if one of the elements is needed to be removed, I need to choose one element. That can be done in 3C1 ways. I hope you're understanding it. Now again, for let's say if one of the elements is removed, for these 5 elements, now I'm left with 2 choices. I hope you're getting it. Now one has either A or B, 2 can go to either A or B and so on. So all of these 5 elements have 2 choices each. So it will be 2 to the power 5. But this is principle of inclusion and exclusion. So with that, now I got to add certain number of cases. What does it mean? Now I'll be removing 2 elements. So when I remove 2 elements, what does it mean? Let's say B and C are removed or any 2 elements are removed. So when 2 of these elements are removed, which means first of all, you've got to select any 2 elements. That can be done in 3C2 ways. I hope you do remember that. All the participants, just write it in the comment box. I hope you are getting it and understanding it, whatever results we are giving you here. All the participants, yes. Now from here, when I have selected 2 elements, now if 2 elements are selected for rejection, I'll be left with only 1 element. So for that 1 element, 1 has 1 choice, 2 has 1 choice, 3 has 1 choice, 4 has 1 choice, 5 has 1 choice. So all of these elements have 1 choice each. 1 into 1 into 1, that doesn't matter. 1 to the power 5 you can write. Formula is for onto, right? Yes. So directly with this is what you get, the number of onto relations. I hope you're getting it. Number of onto functions. I think now when you do 3C3, it doesn't matter because if you remove all the elements, there will be no mapping. So that should not be done. So this gives you the number of onto. Now if, yes Anurag, this is the formula for onto. Great, great, great. So from all the mappings, if I subtract these many mappings, I'll be left with number of into mappings because this gives you what? Onto. I hope you're understanding, but what do I need? Not into. So from all the mappings, somebody saying that 5 nahi tha. It's okay. Arish is gaming, whatever it was, based on that, you can predict the data. So if it gives you the number of onto mappings, and if you are subtracting the number of onto mappings from the total number of mappings, you will clearly get the number of into mappings. So from here, you'll simply calculate it. You know how to calculate it and get the final answer. Was it not simple, easy and doable? Everybody got this? Now let me ask, I think possibly Gaurav sir is ready. So let me ask who is ready so that they join. By the way, spawned me, okay, it's totally understandable, Aditya. If 5 was not there, in that case 1 2 3 4 will be there. These are 4 elements, so instead of 3 to the power 5, this will be 3 to the power 4. Here it will be 2 to the power 4. No, not much change will be there. If in case 5 is removed from here, it will be 3 to the power 4, 3 to the power 4, it will be 3c1 as it is, but this will be 2 to the power 4, this will also be 1 to the power 4. It doesn't matter. Madan is saying, when will you start JEE advanced course? We possibly I'll have a word with the team, the YT team we have, then possibly we'll decide it. So let me ask who is ready. So we haven't received any question yet. So let's see who is getting ready. By the way, you tell me if you have attempted the math section, those who have attempted it, Aditya, Creator, and everyone, how was your paper? How were the questions from mathematics section? Were they easy? Were they tough? Were they time consuming? Were they calculation heavy? Were they calculative? So what was the overall paper? Yes, I'm showing you the next question very soon as I receive it. But I think physics and chemistry are also not ready. So let me work as a filler here. So you tell me, how was your paper? Yes, we are. Time nahi hai. I understand that concern. Let's use the language here. Let's be more more appropriate with the language, Niladri. What was the feedback on the entire shift? Yes, that's exactly what I'm asking students. Those who have already attempted this paper, how was your paper? How did it go? Anyone? So on 8th, when the session will start? Again, at the same time, as soon as we start getting the questions, we'll start it. Yes, it was absolutely doable. Yes, I'm moving ahead as soon as I get the question. So let me see who else is ready. Either Sumit sir or Gaurav sir possibly be ready, and then we'll be shifting it to either. Okay, so Krishna is saying calculative. Okay, apart from that, somebody is saying lengthy. So maths, you felt lengthy and calculative. That is always there. But overall, somebody is saying easy. Okay, Anshul, that's good. What about maths students? Was it easy or was it simple, doable? So I hope you all know how to solve these category of questions. So I'm still having or getting some time. So what will be the average student mark for this paper? So far, I'm receiving the input that paper was easy, but it was of course lengthy. So maths is always lengthy and calculative, but it was still doable. So if you could find this shift also to be an easier, on the easier side, then again, I'll predict that minimum 200 or somewhere above 200 you got to have. So short number is saying, sir, mod of x square plus x minus 9 is equals to mod of x plus mod of x square minus 9. Now, what do you want? Do you want me to solve this? Was this question there? What else was there in this question? Let me get it confirmed. That's good. You can keep your questions posted here as well. Sir, in this question, into is asked. Okay, that's exactly what we have done. Not onto means fit, into. So we have predicted into only. Sir, on my mocks are of still between 60 to 70 percentile. Okay. YT shorts number, you need to tell me what was the exact question, because you need to give me more information. एक ही question नहीं कराएंगे, आगे बढ़िए. I am moving ahead. Let me start receiving the questions. Once I have start getting it, I will. So Sumit sir is ready. I am ending it from my side. Let's hand it over to Sumit sir.
So let us see what is the next question in physics. Yeah, this is our next question from ray optics on mirror formula. Let us see. Am I audible? Please mention. Yeah, okay. So a rod is placed along principal axis like this. Find the length of image. So this is my concave mirror. This rod is placed here. I need what will be the length of image. So what I can do is, I will find image of both the points. I will find the image of point A, will find image of point B where they are formed, and then I will see what is the length, what is the distance between the two. Okay, this is how I will do. So for A, let us do first for A. Now where A is there, focal length is 10 centimeter. A is at C, where the image will be at C only. So image of A will be here only. Let us take this point is A dash. Image of A will be here only because that point is at C, image will be at C. Now find where the image will be for B. B is at a distance of 30 centimeter. Now let us use mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F for this. 1 by VB plus 1 by, what is U for B? 30 minus 30. So minus 30 is equals to 1 by, focal length is 10. So minus 10 here. So I got 1 by VB is equal to 1 by 30 minus 1 by 10. Okay, so 30, this is 1 minus 3, so VB, 1 by VB comes out to be minus of 2 by 30, VB comes out to be 15 minus. So image of B is coming at minus 15. Minus 15 means this was 20, image of B will come somewhat here, okay, at a distance of 15 centimeter. This is my B dash. This is my B dash. So the rod will be between A dash and B dash. This was 20, this is 15, means 5 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. So the length of the image of the rod comes out to be 5 centimeter. Yes, yes, Frozen, perfect. Tell important question. These are important questions only. Sir, Z be a complex number? Okay, it was for maths. Yeah, I hope you got it now. Okay, so yeah, ray optics is important, you can say, chapter, and from ray optics, refraction, reflection from the mirror, okay, refraction from lenses, refraction from curved surfaces, total internal reflection, prism, these type of things are more asked. Exactly same type of question was there in top 40 questions, Keshav is saying. Okay, yeah. This type of exactly similar question is asked in PYQs. Exactly similar I am saying. If you see, there is a question in PYQ, the rod is placed, find the length of the image. Exactly similar type of question. Which date analysis? This is today's analysis of the morning shift of 4th of April. Now let us see now which topic we have next question. Sir, JEE advanced strategy will make that after mains. Sir, many students don't know about this channel. I think Alex sir should come forward and tell about this channel also. Anushka is saying. That will be done with time, so don't worry about that. Okay, Alex sir is doing everything. Okay, so with time Alex sir will reveal everything. Sir, JEE advanced strategy, yeah, will make. Physics looks easy. Yes, physics is easy and physics is scoring always. It will be in your shift also, but midpoint, by the way, rod they asked in PYQ. Yeah, in PYQ I think midpoint was there at C. Here one end is at C, so here calculations are easy. Here calculations are easy. Overall physics dead easy. Till now we can say physics seems to be dead easy. Sir, the shift are coming easy, the upcoming shift will be tougher. No, don't worry, don't think like that. Sir, options were changed. Yeah, you can say yeah. Okay, so Dipendra sir is coming. Now this is a memory based data. Don't think like the data is exactly same on the papers. Certainly few things can be here and there, but conceptually things are same. Okay, so now Dipendra sir is there. So
Yes, guys. So today the flow with which we have been getting chemistry questions is really very less. So I was anxiously waiting to meet everybody. So when you have, acha, I can hear my voice. So let me, yeah, put myself on mute. Sir, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Easy, moderate, or beta? I have just got this one question, and the question is from chemical bonding. Yeah, the question is from chemical bonding. I guess it will be an integer type question. Sir, P block, please. Depends sir will be coming. I have just got one question beta. So let me discuss that question, and obviously after that we will be moving to mathematics then. So the question we had is, yeah, from chemical bonding. The question says the total number of lone pairs and sigma bond pairs, but only on the central atom. Central atom is xenon and the compound is a xenon oxide. So a very easy peasy question. Ha. Okay, am I on mute, beta? I guess I'm audible. I have muted my screen so that I could not hear back myself. So guys, I'm audible, right? Somebody said that I'm on mute. I'm audible? Not audible? Okay. I'm watching from, just let us give us a minute. Am I audible? Nahi beta, I guess I'm audible. Guys, I'm audible? Okay, okay, perfect guys, perfect. Thank you. So yeah, I'm watching from center. Yeah, audible. Perfect guys. So I need an answer. So xenon making bond pair with 6 oxygens but with a -4 charge. So -4 charge suggests what? That out of the 8 electrons, 4 has to be made a bond pair with single oxygen having O minus. So single oxygen with a minus, single oxygen with a minus, single oxygen with a minus, and single oxygen with a minus. The octet of second period definitely has to be completed. Now, how many oxygens we are left with? Sir, just 2 oxygens. So double bonded O and double bonded O. And it clearly tells us that xenon has no lone pair left, no electrons left in its valence shell. So obviously the number of bond pair are what beta? Number of bond pair, this is sigma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Pi bond we are not asked. So lone pair on the central atom is definitely 0 and number of sigma bonds formed are 6. So you have to give the total number. So total number is definitely 6. What can you say about the hybridization? Although it is not asked, but since we just have this one question, so its hybridization will be sp3d2. And what can you say about the shape? The shape will definitely be octahedral. So this is what we have, a very rather easy question from chemistry. So let's see if I have got one more. Okay. Okay, so ending. I guess Deepen sir is ready for you, so I'll be coming back.
Okay, students, just give me a quick update, a quick response. I hope I'm clearly visible and audible. Gaurav sir must have ended. So you are the best teacher ever. You see smile. I think it is for Gaurav sir. So Gaurav sir, if you have left the chat, do read it. Venom, do add it to this comment when he comes back. Yes, yes, yes. So continuing with that discussion, here we are with our discussion on the next question. Again, a very simple question. We all love complex numbers geometry, right? Straightforward questions they are if you know the basics. Let's say z plus 2, z minus 2. Modulus is there. How do you solve this? Sir, I attempted 72 questions. Hope get above 250. Definitely. With 72, if they are all accurate, definitely. Alpha, beta, union, gamma, infinity, then it is difficult for me. It is difficult for me to understand it because mathematically it should be written YT shorts number. If it is not written mathematically, then I probably won't be able to crack it. So let it get typed, then we'll definitely discuss it. Now let's focus on this question here. If I focus on this complex number, I hope you do remember if z plus 2 and z minus 2 modulus is given, then we know that z is basically the perpendicular bisector of these two vectors, of these two points. I hope you're understanding minus 2 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. So I hope you remember 2 comma 0 will be here, minus 2 comma 0 will be here, and there perpendicular bisector is going to be nothing but your y-axis. So this is nothing but y-axis. So they have given you it as y-axis. So indirectly they are writing it as y-axis. Everybody got this? Now they're asking you the next information. Yes. Argument of z minus 3 upon z plus iota. So z is a complex number which is purely imaginary, which lies here, somewhere here, which is what we are given in the options. Great. Then argument of z minus 3 upon z plus iota. So let's say z is a complex number, anywhere it could be. Let's say z is a complex number here. So z minus 3. So let's say this is a complex number 3. So this is 3 plus 0 iota. And z minus 3 means what? When you join this with this is the vector. And z plus iota is what? Z plus iota. So z minus minus iota. So minus iota could be found here. So this will be minus iota. So when you join it with this is your z plus iota. So the angle between z minus 3 and z plus iota is given to be how much? Is given to be pi by 4. I hope you remember when this z minus minus iota is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, it gives you z minus 3. So this is Coney method, rotation formula. I hope you are aware of it. Argument simple. This is given as pi by 4. Then somebody is asking you z. I hope you are clearly aware of this fact that if this is pi by 4 and if this is 90, this will also be pi by 4. So you are clearly having an isosceles right angle triangle, all the participants getting it. And of course this will be above only because this cannot be below. Z cannot be there on the negative axis because in that case you won't be rotating it in the anti-clockwise direction. Even if you rotate it, the angle will not be pi by 4. I hope you got this. In that case, angle will be pi minus pi by 4. So here I'll simply say that if this distance is 3, this distance will also be 3 because this is isosceles right angle triangle. With that, I'll say this is nothing but 0, comma 3, or I'll say in the complex world, it will be 3 iota. So Z we have gotten as 3 iota, and I think with that, we do have the answer option A. YT short notes is saying maths is as hell. No, son. This is not hell. This is simple. Let me read. X has the solution set x alpha to beta, y to beta, then the value of alpha plus. Let me read this question. One of the students is posting a question. Let me see whether I can read it or not. So this has a solution set A, then find the value of a square plus b square plus y square. Alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. I think that is the question. This is going to be a quadratic. If I solve this, has solution in that set. Okay, YT short. Let it get typed and then I'll definitely discuss it. Okay, will that be okay? Now moving ahead from here, let me see whether I have received few more questions or not. So if I have received few more questions, let me get those questions also so that we can discuss few more questions for you. By the time Sumit sir and Gaurav sir also get some time for them to receive some more questions. So let me get these questions. Okay, hold on for a while. Let these questions get downloaded. And I hope it is getting downloaded now. Is it getting downloaded? No. So let me re-download it again. Sometimes it happens. It takes some time to get it downloaded. I hope it will now get downloaded. Yes. So let me import this so that we'll have two more questions from mathematics. Let's solve these two questions as well. So yes, this is one of the questions. Another question we have also received. Do you not remember? Last night only, in yesterday's mathematics revision marathon session we conducted, where we were telling you the most predictable questions. There I clearly told you that this is one of those category of questions which JEE keeps on asking. They love asking this category of questions, and they have asked it. So if you have attended the last night's revision marathon which we conducted, where we predicted the maximum number of questions, this is that question. This is that kind of question only. Right now, here, how do I solve this? First of all, I hope you do remember that whenever you're dealing with adjoint of, this I cannot deal with right now. But if I have adjoint of something, let's say this is a matrix for a while and its determinant is needed to be taken. So what I do is the number of times adjoint is appearing, and this is a matrix of order 3. So I'll be writing it as this matrix, which is 2 times adjoint of A, and its inverse is needed to be taken. So I think there is some bracket related mistake here, because whether there is inverse before 2 or after 2, that I need to be more clear with. So if I go ahead with this data, all the students who have attempted this paper, just give me a quick update. Was this inverse before this 2 or after this 2? Let me keep it on this 2. So okay, let's call it like this only. So there is 2 times adjoint of A, and its whole inverse is there. So its determinant, now I hope you remember adjoint of adjoint. So I hope you remember the number of times adjoint of adjoint appears. So n minus 1 to the power m. I hope you do remember the formula. So n minus 1 is 3 minus 1, that is 2. This 2 to the power m. M is number of times the adjoint is appearing. The adjoint is appearing 2 times. So it will be 2 to the power 2. 2 to the power 2 will be 4. So somebody is saying whole inverse. Thank you so much for that correction. Great. Thank you so much. With that, I think now my job is easy. My job is simple, because this is inverse. So I hope you remember this part as well, that if you deal with A inverse determinant, you can write it as 1 upon determinant of A as well. So if this is the inverse of this matrix, I can take it in the denominator. So I will be writing it as 1 upon 2 times adjoint of A. I hope you are getting it, whole raised to the power 4. Now I hope you do remember one more property, that here 2 comes out, but when 2 comes out, it will come out as the power 3. I hope k is a scalar, so when k comes out with this adjoint of A, it will come out as power 3. But that power 3 will have this power 4 as well. So here I'll have 1 upon 2 to the power 3 whole raised to the power 4. So 3 into 4, that will be 12. So I'll have 2 to the power 12 outside, and then I'll be left with determinant of adjoint of A. I think this is what we are going great. Nothing wrong with that. And I hope you know what is determinant of adjoint of A. So do write in the comment box what is the formula of determinant of adjoint of A. Anyone, all the participants. So with that, what will I be writing here? I'll be saying that it will be, can I write it here? I hope that's okay. It is 1 upon 2 to the power 12 times determinant of adjoint of A is again determinant of A to the power n minus 1. What is determinant of A? I'm really sorry. There will be a power 4 here, which I forgot writing. So this will be determinant of A to the power n minus 1. Determinant of A is minus 4. So this will be minus 4 to the power n minus 1. Order is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. But this whole should be raised to the power 4. So that gives you a power 8 here. That's good. That's good. That's good. Brilliant, students. So with that, minus 4 is what? I can write it as 2 square because it is power is even. So it will be 2 to the power 2 to the power 8, which is 2 to the power 16. So 2 to the power 12, 2 to the power 16 finally gives you 2 to the power 28. Everybody got this result. All the participants. Great, 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 great. Perfect. Brilliant. With that, let's move ahead with the one more question. What does it say? It says number of ways 4 boys and 3 girls are to be arranged in a row so that all 3 girls are not together. So remember, it's not that 2 girls should not be together. They are saying all the 3 girls should not be together. So if 2 girls are together, that's fine. But all the 3 girls should not be together. So do you remember, even this kind of question we have done? This kind of, exactly this kind of question, not much variance in the data was there. This exactly kind of question we have done in our marathons we have conducted. So yes, questions are absolutely predictable in mains as far as mains is considered, right? Yes, yes, yes. This is an NCRT level question. Definitely, definitely. So first of all, total number of ways minus the number of ways when all the girls are together. That will give me the number of ways when girls are not together. Was it not easy? Yes, total minus block method. That's good, Vedant. So with that, I'll say the total number of ways 7 boys and 3 girls can be arranged. It is 7 factorial. So this is total number of ways minus all the 3 girls should not be together. So let's calculate the number of ways when all the 3 girls are together. So if 4 boys are there, 3 girls are there, which I treat as a bunch. So I have 5 people. Those 5 people can be arranged in 5 factorial ways, and among them the 3 girls as a bunch can themselves be arranged in 3 factorial ways. So these are the cases when these 4 boys and 3 girls are arranged such that all the 3 girls are together. So from the total number of ways, if I remove the ways when all the 3 girls are together, I'll be left with the number of ways when the girls are not together. Can you do the calculation by yourself? Everybody with me on this? I hope yes, that's good. P.S. Aravan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Great, great, great. That's brilliant, students. So Sumit sir is ready. I am ending from my side. Right. So let him give me a confirmation so that he is ready with that. I am not getting a response. So shall I? Okay, Sumit sir is typing, which means
Are there back with more questions on physics. So this is the third question on physics that we are going to discuss. I hope I am audible to you all. Okay. Nuclei A and B form nuclei C. The binding energy per nucleon. So this is binding energy per nucleon for A, B and C that are given to us. The energy produced in this. Now when 2A plus B is equals to C, they are formed, how many energy will be released? We know, okay, energy will be released when the final binding energy is greater, isn't it? So final total binding energy minus the initial total binding energy, that will be the energy released. Yes. So energy released is equals to total binding energy of C minus binding energy of here this 2A plus B, that thing. Now write it. Binding energy per nucleon is given, multiply that with number of nucleon, you will get the binding energy. Now binding energy of C is, C, how many nucleons are there? 10. What is the total binding energy? 6. So binding energy of C will be 10 into 6 minus binding energy of 2A. How many number of nucleons? 3. How much binding energy per nucleon? 3. So 2 into 3 into 3. Okay, that is 2 into 3 into 3 plus the binding energy of B. Number of nucleons are 4. Per nucleon it is 7. So 7 into 4 is 28. So this is now 60 minus, how much is this? 3 into 3 into 9, 18 plus 28. So this is 6 and 46. 60 minus 46 is 14. And the unit will be, everything was in mega electron volt, unit will be mega electron volt. Mega electron volt, 14 mega electron volt. Final binding energy minus, sir, there was 10 mega electron volt in place of 6. Okay, so somebody is mentioning that in place of this 6 mega electron, in actual question it was 10 mega electron volt. Thank you for telling. Yes, we understand this is memory based question, so some data can be here and there, but conceptually the question was this. Yeah, yes, Roop, I got it. I got it. Somebody is mentioning the question 1 kg mass 2 m bar lies on a frictionless surface. Okay, let me see that question. Let me see that question. I'll take the screenshot of that question. We'll make that typed if possible. Yeah. Okay, we'll take that. The next question is this question: find coefficient of friction if time taken by block in rough surface is 50% more than time taken by block on smooth surface. On smooth surface, if the time is t, on rough surface the time taken is 50% more. 50% more means t plus t by 2, 3t by 2. This is the time it takes to slide on the rough surface. Now on smooth surface, what all forces are there? I have mg downward, I have normal here. Okay, so the component of mg in this direction is mg sin theta. Okay, so this is pulling, okay, in this direction, so acceleration here will be g sin theta. The distance it will cover in time t, this distance s will be my half into a t square. A is g sin theta into t square. Getting it? Now it is mentioned that in both the cases the distance is same. Now here what is the acceleration? This component of mg, that is mg sin theta. Friction force will be in the opposite direction, that will be mu into n. How much is the normal reaction? That is mg cos theta. N is equals to mg cos theta. So mu into n, so mu into mg cos theta. What will be the acceleration now in this direction? G sin theta minus mu g cos theta. So this is the acceleration in this direction. Now write again s is equals to half a t square. So this is half into acceleration is g sin theta minus mu g cos theta into t square. What is the time? Time is 3t by 2. So 3t by 2 square will become 9 by 4 t square. Now solve it. Half first, g got cancelled, t square got cancelled. So I am getting sin theta is equals to, sin theta comes out to be equal to sin theta minus mu cos theta into 9 by 4. Sin theta minus mu cos theta into 9 by 4. So if I take here it will become 4 by 9, and if I take that it will become 5 by 9. Sin theta is equals to mu cos of theta. Now cos theta is equals to sin theta because angle is 45 degree, so mu comes out to be 5 by 9. Coefficient of friction comes out to be 5 by 9, which is option 2. Yes, 5 by 9. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, easy. Yes, easy. It was a easy question. Now I think Gaurav sir will be there. Let us see. Just a second. Okay, so Gaurav sir, it's over to you now.
Aditya said waiting for chemistry. Even I was waiting for my turns. But yes, yes, pata hai, what is actually happening is the chemistry. I mean, whatever questions that we are getting, beta, please, please, please start preaching. I mean, start learning NCRT like anything, because obviously you need time also for doing all those calculations. And again, the trend is again, I guess it is again restarted. Only January attempt has given that. Chemistry was time consuming. Now just look at this question. See the question, tick the answer, move ahead. Question says you have to compare list 1 with list 2. Yeah, definitely. Perfect, Reddy. Perfect, Ravan. See, Finkelstein, sir, the classic case of formation of alkyl alkyl iodides. So what rather you use alkyl chlorides and bromides. So with what is the Finkelstein reagent? Even the word signifies I as an iodide. Alkyl iodide is produced using NaI in acetone. So a classic mechanism of SN2, no mechanism is required, just you have to relate. What is Schwarz reaction? Sir, again halogen exchange, which is reaction of any alkyl chloride or bromide with metallic fluoride. So do you find any metallic fluoride? Yes sir, definitely over here. So A is Q, that means this is gone. B is P, that means B is P, that means this is gone. Now, what about Sandmeyer's reaction, the classic reaction? Very easy, beta, exactly. Sandmeyer's reaction, diazonium, the nitrogen gas is evolved and all the cuprous halides, whatever halide they offer is added to the ring. So this is definitely C is S. That means C is S. So, okay, this is also cancelled. So, option A. Everybody is answering also. So, very easy chemistry question. Moving to the, last is definitely Fittig reaction. And Fittig is definitely you have to make a biphenyl and you use aryl halide, make it react with sodium. The free radical is formed and with chain termination you form your biphenyl. But yes, you have to remember these reactions also, the basics also, because for advanced also these reactions, but with the mechanisms will be helpful. Now moving to the other question from chemical bonding. Now again, if it would have been an advanced question, then you must be knowing the exact trend. Remember our chemical bonding class, all the students who were saying sir P block logics, I've included this precisely in my chemical bonding concept. Now we know what is supposed to have strongest intermolecular force of attraction, sir, hydrogen bonding. Less than that, dipole attraction. Least strength bearing intermolecular forces are whom? Sir, London dispersion forces. So definitely, because HF is involved in hydrogen bonding, so hydrogen bonding will induce very strong intermolecular forces of attraction. But ultimately, where is the catch? The catch is, as you move down the group, because size also increases, so if you talk of HI, then HI is also a polar molecule. So the dipole attraction which HI has with another HI molecule is also not very less dominant. But yes, so what is the exact answer? Exact answer is, if you talk of boiling point, then obviously if you talk of boiling point, then obviously HI wins. But if you talk of melting point, then HF wins than HI. But in this question you do not have to bother about that. Why? Because the fight is between HF and HI, not with HCl and HBr. Just look at the option. In the statement 1 it is saying boiling point order is HF. Okay, if you just know that hydrogen bonding, then if because of hydrogen bonding HF is largest, then again because of intermolecular forces of attraction of HI, which is again a dipole attraction, because but HI is itself much larger molecule, so the intermolecular forces of attraction will also be large. Because in general, if you do not think of hydrogen bonding, then what you will say? You will say as mass increase, melting point and boiling point all increases. So definitely HF should be larger, but HI can't be least. Although you have to remember this, that HI in case of boiling wins even higher than HF. So actual for the boiling point order is highest is HI, then HF. But even if you do not know this, you will at least know that this won't be the least value. It can either be second or first. Actual thing is for boiling point it is first. But even if you do not know this, you will definitely say, sir, this is incorrect. Coming to statement 2, now this is very easy to suggest, because here the hydrogen bonding also, that species also it is not keeping at the front, so definitely this is incorrect. So obviously both of the options are, statement 1 and statement 2 both are wrong, so definitely option 2 is our answer. Yeah, can you remember me? Okay, not understand, both incorrect. Perfect. I hope everybody is clear with this, guys. Chalo. Perfect. People are saying, okay, people are saying both incorrect. Perfect, Aditya. Okay, I guess then we are done with the That was a chemical bonding question. I'll not say it's a P block question. Now, coming to the next statement question, again a statement based question. Statement 1, sir, biomolecules, not even have to move a pen. All the glucose or monosaccharides or disaccharides which has the hemiacetal group. Now, what is that hemiacetal? Sir, any carbonyl group, once it reacts with some acid, the carbonyl carbon gets protonated. Why? Because oxygen will take away the electron. So this OH, this C and one more C, once it attains a positive charge, it is attacked by a alcohol. I'm explaining this logic because many students tend to miss this logic. With the release of H plus, this carbonyl compound which you had initially is now having one OH and it is introduced by an alkoxy group. This is known as hemiacetal. And whenever you have a hemiacetal or a hemiketal, it can easily undergo reverse reaction just by simple hydrolysis. Everybody has to remember this. Now, that means if you have a hemiacetal, then that hemiacetal can easily undergo hydrolysis and forms back the parent carbonyl group. And therefore, whenever you have, like in a Haworth projection, which is a cyclic structure, the cyclic prediction of the carbohydrates, even if you have a disaccharide, but that hemiacetal group is free, therefore it can be opened again, therefore the carbonyl group can be exposed again. Hence, all the monosaccharides and all the disaccharides are actually reducing sugar. That means their carbonyl group is free and they can very well react with Tollens and Fehling solution. But there is only one disaccharide, which is sucrose. Only one disaccharide, which is sucrose, which is actually a disaccharide formed by monosaccharides, that is alpha D glucose and beta D fructose. Only this sucrose is the only disaccharide which is non-reducing. You just have to remember this. If you know this, then ultimately your answer is, sir, that means every other monosaccharide and disaccharide are reducing. So just this class 12 logic will help you to crack the answer. Statement 1 is maltose is, sir, maltose is a disaccharide formed by 2 units of alpha D glucose. So this is definitely a reducing sugar. So this is incorrect. And lactose, which is also a disaccharide formed of beta D glucose and beta D galactose. So this is obviously a reducing sugar because all the monosaccharides and disaccharides are reducing sugar. So this is definitely correct, which brings us to the answer that statement 1 is definitely incorrect and statement 2 is definitely correct. So option 3 is our beautiful and easy answer. But yes, all the students who are comfortable with NCERT can only say that this is easy, else it is not. Sir, Pal RCB, okay. Perfect, Aditya. So this is it. Let's see, I have some more chemistry questions with me or not. Okay, I am ready after this. So Deepen sir, over to you.
Okay, so here we are with another question. I hope you can see it right there on the screen. Again, an easy one, a simple one, and a straightforward one. How do we solve this? Look at this question. It says tan inverse of this plus tan inverse of this. Then you need to find dy by dx. Do you not remember? Even this category of questions we have done a lot many times. In our revision marathon we conducted for complete mathematics, there we did this category of question where I told you that instead of starting, instead of straight away starting to differentiate this, first of all, use some identities, use some substitutions and simplify it first. Of course, you can do it and differentiate it, but rather I'll simply suggest you to simplify it first. So I'll be simplifying it later and this separately instead of together. So with that, when I go ahead, if I let's say take 3 cos x common from the numerator and denominator, so this part I'm solving, right? This part I'm solving here. So why I'm writing, let's say, as something, let's say L plus M. I hope you're okay with that. So this is your L. So L is what I'm solving. So this particular part, tan inverse of all of this. So this becomes tan inverse. Everybody with me on this? Now with that, 3 cos x, if I take common from the numerator, it will be 1. Or I'll take simply 3 cos x only common. Yes, cos x I'll take common. So it will be 3 minus 4 tan x. Everyone with me on this? whole divided by cos x I have taken common, so it is 4 plus 3 10x. Everybody with me on this? One more thing I'm willing to do, I am taking 4 also common. So when I take 4 also common, this 4 goes or vanishes from here. This becomes, this becomes what? 3 by 4. This 4 when taken common from the denominator, it vanishes from here and this becomes 3 by 4. Now, how do you interpret it? I hope you understand and remember tan inverse A minus B. I hope you remember tan inverse A minus B upon 1 plus AB. Do you remember that? Yes, great, perfect, brilliant. So with that, I hope we have gotten the answer. For this expression, it will be tan inverse. This is tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B. I'll be writing it as tan A plus B. So this will be tan inverse of tan of A plus B. I hope you remember that. So this 3 by 4, I hope you're understanding. This 3 by 4 will be tan inverse of something. I hope you're getting it. If 3 by 4, let's say if you're not getting, let's say for a while, if I treat 3 by 4 as tan alpha, so however getting alpha will be nothing but what? Tan inverse 3 by 4. Ultimately, whatever it is going to be constant. So instead of writing this whole constant alpha, can I simply replace it by alpha? So it will be tan inverse of tan of alpha minus x. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? I hope there is no confusion on that, all the participants. So it will be tan of alpha minus x. And there I can take the benefit of doubt and I can nullify this tan inverse by this 10 and I finally get it as alpha minus x. So this expression, your entire expression, this part is nothing but alpha minus x. Is it not simple, easy and absolutely straightforward? Great. Now with that, here, with this one, if I proceed with this, I hope you are understanding. I hope you do remember that alpha is a constant. Alpha is a constant. So it doesn't matter because I'm going to differentiate it. Now when I talk about this part, here in this part, if I substitute x by, let's say tan theta, why? Because 1 plus x square, tan square theta, so it becomes x square theta. So with that, it will be resolved. So with that, when I simplify this part, it will be tan inverse of, in the numerator, I have tan theta here. X I am substituting here by tan theta. Remember that substitution here. So it becomes 1 plus tan square theta, which is sec square theta here. Again, benefit of doubt, I'll write it as 1 plus sec theta. So in the numerator, it is tan theta. In the denominator, it is 1 plus sec theta. Everyone comfortable with that? And of course, I can write this tan theta as sin theta upon cos theta. This will be 1 plus 1 upon cos theta. So it will become cos theta plus 1. In the denominator, it will become cos theta plus 1 by cos theta, and this tan theta can also be written as sin theta upon cos theta. So it leaves you with a sin theta. Again, I can use one more identity. Which identity, students? Sin theta, I can write as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Everyone understanding this? And 1 plus cos theta, I hope you remember that. It will be 2 cos square theta by 2. So it will be 2 cos square theta by 2. So with that, it's simplified as cos theta by 2, cos theta by 2, 2 and 2 are cancelled. It is sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. That eventually is nothing but what? Tan theta by 2. So here also, when it is nullified, tan inverse and 10, you're left with theta by 2. You are left with theta by 2. And what is theta? I hope you're understanding. Theta is tan inverse x. So if I'm left with theta by 2, it will be tan inverse x by 2. So that's your expression. That's your y. So I hope you are understanding the advantage of simplifying it first instead of straight away starting to solve this. Now, I hope we have gotten the expression. With that, I move ahead with the derivative part. So dy by dx is going to be, I hope you're understanding, this will be 0, this will be minus 1, this will be 2. 1 by 2 stays outside and 1 upon 1 plus x square will be the derivative of tan inverse x. So that is nothing but what? Dy by dx. But we are asked dy by dx at x is equals to root 3 by 2. So here, I'll simply replace this x by root 3 by 2. I'm finding it at x is equals to root 3 by 2. Everyone comfortable with this? So root 3 by 2 and squared gives you 3 by 4. Everyone comfortable with this? So this x square becomes what? 3 by 4. So 1 plus 3 by 4 is going to be 7 by 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this will be 7 by 4. So this whole becomes 4 by 7. So this 2 cancels this 2. So this leaves you with 2 by 7 minus 1. So it is minus 7 plus 2 by 7. Minus 7 plus 2 by 7 is what? Minus 5 by 7. That's your answer. Everybody got this? All the participants. With that, can I move ahead from here? Yes. Now, from here, let's solve the next question. What do we get? Another question. I'll say, I have always been saying in these sessions, when we are conducting the maths revision marathon sessions, that whenever you are asked domain-based questions, instead of solving the question, you can use the midway. Midway means half of the question you solve from the question, and the remaining question you solve from the extreme values of the options. Did you listen to my words? Whenever you're asked domain-based questions, you can try the options. What do I mean by that? Let me demonstrate here. First of all, we know cos inverse of something. Here, this is cos inverse of something. This is fraction part or GIF? I think there is some typing error here, because this is not fraction part. This I think is GIF. This I think is GIF. So this should be 2 of GIF of x. All the students who have attempted this paper today, just give me a correct update. Was it fraction part or GIF? Just write in the comment, was it fraction part or GIF, students? So with that, if I move ahead, we know that this value, whose cos inverse we are taking, should lie between -1 and 1. That's good, Saravan, that's brilliant. So with that, I'll say it will be 4 pi plus 2 times GI of x divided by 3, should lie between -1 to 1. So if I multiply it by 3 on all the 3 sides, it will be from -3 to 3. Now what I say is that try these options. Don't straight away start solving this. Why are you wasting your time in solving this? Try these options. Extreme values of these options. Now look at these. These options have the lowest value as what? -3 by 4. Getting it, everyone? So let me try -3 by 4. If -3 by 4 satisfies it, I think that could be the answer, because no other value is there in that range, because no other value is pushed up till -3 by 4. So I'm pushing -3 by 4. I hope you're getting it very clearly. So -3 by 4, if I try, I hope you're getting it very clearly. If I try -3 by 4 here, -3 by 4, I hope you're understanding. -3 by 4 is approximately -0.75. So when you put it here, its GIF is going to be, sir, we didn't have these options. The questions was add to range and multiply 12. Okay, in that case, I'm understanding your concern, but if options are given like this, you solve it like this. And if options were not given, in that case, yes, you got to do it in that manner. So from here, I'll say if I try x as -0.75, its GIF will be -1. So it will be 4 pi minus 2. I hope I'm getting it. It will be 4 pi minus 2. And with that 4 pi minus 2, let me evaluate that value. So pi is approximately 3.14. So 4 pi will be how much? I hope you're understanding. This is 3 into 4, that is approximately 12, and it is 14 into 4, that is 28, and then 56. So it is approximately, I think, 12.58. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. 56, it should be right. 56. So approximation I'm taking. So 12.56 minus 2 is somewhere around 10. And that 10 does not lie between -3 and 3. So I hope with that I can conclude that option D cannot be the answer. So I'm stuck with these values, because if I have this -1 by 4, I think I'll be done. So I hope this could be the option, because 0, -4, -1 by 4, they all are having 0 in them. So I think any of these values give me the answer. All I need to check it is now at 3 by 4. I hope you're getting it. So let me try and check this value 3 by 4. So if I check it for 3 by 4, how do I do it? Pay attention to that part. 3 by 4 is what? 0.75. So I hope you're understanding. If I put 0.75 here, it will be 0. GIF of it will be 0. So 4 pi plus 0 is 4 pi. And 4 pi we have just predicted. It was what? 12.56 approximately. And 12.56 does not lie between -3 and 3. That means this, which value? This 3 by 4 can also not be the answer. So I'm stuck between these two values. Of course, 3 by 4 we have already checked. This cannot be the answer. So option B will be the answer. So did you get that? Instead of trying it with the standard decent advised approach, what I did was I tried extreme values from the domain, and that's also how you can eliminate the options. Somebody yesterday in the live was asking, sir, how can we eliminate options? That's how you eliminate the options. You get that? You get that, everyone? Let me ask who is available. I think Sumit sir must be ready and prepared. So with that, great. So I am ending. Let him join. Great. So let me get a confirmation from Sumit sir. So option B also doesn't match. Ashwat is saying option B is also not matching. Let me see whether Sumit sir is joining. I'll definitely clarify this.
Let us see which all questions we are having now with us. Yeah. So this question we had done. Now this is our next question. Okay. So as we were saying that this particular logic gate type of questions are very important, and another logic gate question we are having. Yesterday also we had a question on logic gate in second shift. So let us say this: inputs of A and B are given, find output Y in the circuit. We have to find output in terms of A and B. So if this is A, this is a NOT gate, it will become NOT of A, means A bar. This B will come here. Now A bar and B, it's input to a NAND gate. First take AND, then take NOT. So first take AND means A bar into B. This is AND, then take NOT of this. This will become my Y. Now how we can simplify this? Again we will use De Morgan's theorem. So instead of into, we will put plus and take bar of both of them. So this will become A bar plus B bar. So this will become A plus B bar. 2 times not mean same A. Okay. So A plus B bar. A plus B bar is the first option. Yes, A I am getting. Now next question. A uniform sphere of mass m, radius r is divided into two equal parts. One part of the sphere has moment of inertia I1 about diameter. So this is the solid sphere. If you divide this in two parts, so half of this is the half of this. Sphere mass was m, here its mass will be m by 2. Radius is r. We are rotating like this. What will be the moment of inertia? That is I1. So what will be I1? For complete sphere, moment of inertia is 2 by 5 mr square. Half of that, both will have equal moment of inertia. Okay, half of this, half of this. Now this is only half mass of that. So it will become 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 mr square. Mass is half, therefore it is half. If only, let us take this is asked, if this mass is m, I will say moment of inertia of this will be 2 by 5 mr square only. But now I am having mass m by 2 here, therefore it is half. So I1 I got as mr square by 5. Now next is moment of inertia of disk of radius 2r and mass m. So you can say this is my disk now, this is a disk, radius is 2r, mass is m, about perpendicular axis through its center is I2. About perpendicular means it is rotated like this. What will be the moment of inertia? For disk we have mr square by 2. So here if I write I2, this will be mass is m, so m into r, radius is 2r, so mr square divided by 2. So what I am getting here is 2 mr square. This is my I2. I need the ratio of I2 by I1. So if I find I2 by I1, this will come out to be 2 divided by 1 by 5. This comes out to be 10. I2 by I1 comes out to be 10. Yes, first we are getting, students? Yes, perfect. Okay, now we will have some questions on maybe chemistry and maths. Let us see. Okay, so Gaurav sir is there. So Gaurav sir, it's over to you.
Yes, guys. So I hope you are finding the paper attemptable, and I really hope that those who have their paper in the later days, they'll take full efforts out of this and will deploy their revision accordingly, because that's the plan, that's the smart work that we have to do. Rate today's paper, sir. So Shivai, that must be for, yeah, very good, wide gaming. The moment I'm there with the question, you are there with the answer. Perfect. So actually 78 is approximately answer for this question as well. Okay, chalo. So let's discuss beta. The question says that we have benzene. Now benzene is subjected to CH3Cl in presence of this Lewis acid, which is anhydrous AlCl3. Yeah, perfect. Ready, perfect. So sir, definitely this is, everybody know, this is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. The methyl electrophile will be substituted to the ring, leading to the formation of toluene. This toluene, when treated with chlorine Cl2, again in presence of Lewis acid, so next electrophile will be Cl plus. The methyl group has plus hyperconjugation, so it will be increasing electron density at ortho and para position, where from para position the substitution will be induced and you will get a para substituted toluene. a para substituted toluene with the chlorine electrophile. After this, still we are not done. We are treating it with a strong oxidizing agent. So, sir, what does a strong oxidation do? Sir, strong oxidizing agent induces oxidation of the benzylic carbon. And what is the final oxidized product? Sir, final oxidized product is the famous carboxylic acid. Yeah. Beta, Vedant, ortho, because ortho has steric hindrance. Na? The ortho, if chlorine will be coming over here, this chlorine and this methyl group will be having steric hindrance, crowding, and because of that crowding, electrophile will rather prefer to be substituted at a para position. So this product is my X. Now let us make this product independently. So this product, which is carboxylic acid substituted with a chlorine at para position, is my product X. Now this X is treated with sodium bicarbonate, and we definitely know that because carboxylic acid is a stronger acid than H2CO3. So the further reaction will take place and you will find a salt. Salt will be, because this is a stronger acid, so it will rather prefer to give H plus, and it will rather form a salt, leading to the formation of H2CO3, which is, apart from a weak acid, is an unstable acid also. So it rather dissociates to form H2O and CO2, and because of this CO2 gas, you get brisk effervescence. And this is the gas which is actually produced. So the gas which is released is nothing but CO2, and now we have to do stoichiometry. So this is what, again, the mathematification of organic is done. So now the question says you take p gram of this reactant X with sodium bicarbonate, and the gas released is 11.2 decimeter cube, as in 11.2 liters, because 1 decimeter cube is definitely 1 liter. So number of moles of gas released is volume of gas released upon 22.4, because it is also said that that much liter of gas is released at STP. So number of moles calculation can be done. So number of moles is simply half mole. So last our job is, because half mole of CO2 is produced, then you can do the stoichiometry as well, because this carbon in CO2 is coming from this carbon of sodium bicarbonate, and how much moles of the sodium bicarbonate is getting reacted, how much moles of this reactant you have. So because I have n moles of CO2, so that will be the moles of the salt, and that will also be the moles of this reactant. Now we just have to find the weight of this X. So weight of this X, which in the question is saying it is P, is nothing but number of moles, which is N, into molecular mass. Number of moles is half. If you just calculate molecular mass, I guess the molecular mass will be coming around something around 156.5. You just, now this is a mathematics that you have to do. Yeah, many of you are giving the answer also. So this is a religious multiplication, addition that you have to do. 6 carbon, then this is 7th carbon, 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen over here. How many hydrogens are remaining? Sir, these 4 carbon will also be having 1 hydrogen, and then chlorine, which is 35.5. You add them, you will get somewhere around 156.5 divided by 2. So 2 7 ja 14, 2 8 ja 16.25, because this is less than 0.5. So my final answer will be 78. So bingo. Perfect, everybody. Perfect. I will, chalo, moving to a very attemptable question, but yes, rather a bit time consuming. Sir, I got 99.7 percentile in Jan attempt. I want 100 percentile. You will get 100 percentile, beta. Just keep vigilant about working on the question, working on the NCERT logics, and then at the D-Day, on the day of the examination, do your calculations precisely. Moving to the next question, again, a doable question from atomic structure, the basic question. If wavelength of first line of Balmer series, sir, Lyman-Balmer, as in from higher orbit till n equal to 2, to bracket Lyman-Balmer Paschen bracket, as in from higher level to n equal to 4. So the question is talking of the first line. So first line of Balmer series will be obviously from 3 to 2. because the first line, and for bracket series will be from 5 to 4. So this is just simple calculation now. 1 upon lambda 1, it is saying for the first, which is Balmer, so it is R into Z square, which is hydrogen, so 1 upon n1 square, that is 2, minus 1 upon n2 square, that is 3 squared is 9. So this is nothing but R. What times of R? This is 36 and 9 minus 4 is 5. So this is 5 by 36. What about lambda 2? So it is also R into Z square into 1 upon 4 squared as in 16, 1 upon 5 squared as in 25. So this is R 25 into 16 in the denominator. 25 minus 16 is nothing but 9 rupees. You just take the ratio. So once you take the ratio, so this divided by this, hence this divided by this. So lambda 2 will come in the numerator. So lambda 2 upon lambda 1 will be equal to argon. This is 4, 9. This is 4, 4. Something else, nothing. So this comes to the numerator. So this is 100. So that becomes 500 upon 9. This denominator and this denominator, as in 9 into 9 is 81. What are we asked? Okay, in the calculation we are not asked 2 by 1, we are asked 1 by 2. So rather lambda 1 by lambda 2 will be nothing but 81 divided by 500. Now I need answer for this, guys. So this is nothing but 81 divided by 500, as in 0.162 will be your answer. Perfect, perfect. 0.162, so option 1. Yes, the into divide is just our job. Ultimately, we have to do at least that much to differentiate us with the other students who are knocking the door of NTA to get an admission into an NIT and ultimately towards the JEE Advanced examination. Yeah. 0.162 nahi beta? Sorry, 0.162. Perfect. I'm sorry. So moving to the next question. Simple, easy peasy question from Ionic equilibrium. I used to say this in my one shots. Many of the students are Ionic bahut kathin hai, nahi hota hai. See, simple questions from Ionic. You don't have to do into divide also. I'll tell you. I mean, obviously, you know who have studied Ionic from my one shots. They'll be knowing this, that just know the concepts to the basic detail and a JEE Mains question is done for you. For an advanced level question, it is, if it is difficult for everybody else, it will be difficult for you as well. But advanced we give after mains. So for mains, at least don't leave anything. Now, what will be the pH at 25 degrees Celsius of a solution obtained by mixing 100 ml of 0.5 molar? So what will be the moles? 100 into 0.5 of this base. So this is my weak base. So weak base millimoles is 100 into point is 50 millimoles. And I'm mixing it with 0.01 molar 25 ml of this salt. This is salt of, so this is salt of a strong acid with the same weak base. We definitely know what is this. This is a buffer. What buffer? Basic buffer. So 25 into 0.2 is 0.25 millimoles. Now, because this constitutes a basic buffer, an easy peasy question, basic buffer is having POH, because OH minus ion is coming out. So we'll rather do with the basic calculation. We get POH. Formula of POH is pKb plus log of the conjugate part, which will be given by the salt. Hence, simply writing concentration of salt upon concentration of the weak base. Yes, technically writing this is not, for an advanced level of question, it is not applicable, but yes, generalize, you can obviously remember it like this. So value of POH will be pKb, I guess, of the base, which is ammonia, is 4.74 plus log of, now, although over here it is getting cancelled, but again in my one shots also, in my top 50 questions also, I've taken such the question. I guess I've taken the exact question. So what is concentration? Sir, moles upon volume. Actually, total volume will be 100 ml of this and 25 ml of this, as in 125. Milli will be getting cancelled, but because volume is getting cancelled, therefore I'm not writing. But for a salt hydrolysis question, you have to consider this volume thing inside your head, or else you will be doing drastic calculation mistake. Over here it is no big deal because volume is getting cancelled, so number of millimoles of the salt is 0.25, and of the weak base is obviously 50. So you just have to do the calculation now. So pOH will be 4.74 plus this is 25 1, this is 2, that means 1 upon 200, as in 1 upon 200 as in minus log 10, because 1 upon 200 will be 200 raised to power minus 1. So this is minus of log of 200, as in log 2 into 100 raised to power 2. So log 2 is 2 into log 10 is 1. So 2 plus, I mean this will be there in the, so this is nothing but 2 plus log 2, which is 0.3. So this is 4.74 minus 2.3. This is 4, 7 minus 3 is 4, this is 2.44, but this is pOH. We are asked pOH, so it will be 14 minus 2.44. 14 minus 2.44, so obviously 11 point something will be my answer. Perfect, perfect. When the session will end? Beta, soon enough. Soon enough. Chalo. Moving to the next question. The question says, consider the following reaction, the color of the compound. Now this is the reaction. Now this I would rather say is a question you can say from organic chemistry also, but it has a direct relationship with equilibrium chapter as well. And the equilibrium chapter says that ionic equilibrium says that you have phenolphthalein, and this is the classic preparation of, this is classic preparation of phenolphthalein. Yes, although it is not, essentially it is not there in NCERT, but yes, if you do the practical organic side of chemistry, then definitely this is a part. Let me help you with this, that phenol, because it is a strongly plus R group, so it activates the ring and increases the electron density at ortho and para position. Now if this needs to act as a nucleophile, because carbonyl group has strong positivity at the carbonyl carbon, at either carbonyl carbons, so because carbonyl carbon has a high positivity, so it will attract all those nucleophiles and do that nucleophilic addition. So because we know nucleophilic addition can take place, but it can take place from ortho also, from para also. Why I'm taking para? Because it will be least hindered, and this para position will be giving it its electron to the carbonyl carbon. Sir, but we are having 2 moles of this, because ultimately 2 mole of this will go, and this will rather have a substitution, resulting into the formation of the 2 bonds, which is C double, but this is 1 bond. I'm leaving as it is because I'm making the reaction at precisely this carbon. So this carbon, once receiving electron from the para position of phenol, the hydrogen will be substituted and it is getting attached. Sir, what about the double bonded O? It will become OH. Now after the one more molecule will be attacking, and this OH will also be leaving. As a result, I'm having this one more ring. This, yes, beautiful structure. The remaining bond is as it is. It is nothing but your famous indicator, which is phenolphthalein. And for phenolphthalein, we should know it is an indicator. Why? Because if medium, what is its pH range? Its pH range is from 8 to 10. What is the color? If it is acidic or maybe around neutral also, it is colorless. And once the medium is made basic, it turns pink. Now we just have to check what is the reaction condition. Because reaction is happening in a basic medium, so rather its color will be beautifully pink. Yes. So for this is actually a reaction which, if you are comfortable, if you are knowing this reaction through the practical organic side of chemistry, then only you can attempt such question, or else it is not an NCERT question. So I would rather say it is a moderate question, not an easier one. Now let me check if I have some more questions for you, or maybe Deepen sir or Sumit sir is ready. Okay, Deepen sir is ready for you guys. So I'm ending. Deepen sir, over to you.
All right, students, just give me a quick update. I hope I'm clearly visible and audible. Yes, we got stuck with this question. We got stuck because there was an error in this question. The error was this, that since it is memory based, so here it is not 4 pi, it was actually 4x. So there is a small correction here. I hope you can hear me and listen to me properly, and I'm clearly visible and audible to all the participants. So let me do that correction. Great. So here we begin with this correction first of all. So this was technically 4x, so it was 4x. So now again I'll apply the same method and I'll check it for different values of x. So here when I check it for 0, so of course 0 it is from -3 to 3, so 0 will be there. So 0 is there in all the options, so it doesn't matter. Let me check it for 3 by 4. So if I check it for 3 by 4, I hope you're paying attention to that. So if I put a 3 by 4 here, this becomes 3, and if I put a 3 by 4 here, 3 by 4 is what? So 3 by 4 is clearly 0.75, its GIF is 0, so this is 3. And here I can clearly see that 3 is less than equal to 3, which means 3 by 4 will be there in the option, which means now I hope you are clear with either option A or option C will be the answer. Option B or option D cannot be the answer. So between A and C, now we know I need to verify it by -1 by 4 as well. So now when I put -1 by 4 here, I hope you are very much clear with that. When I put -1 by 4 here, it becomes -1. Everyone comfortable with that? All the participants? Because it is -1 by 4, so it is -1. With that, if I put -1 by 4 here, its GIF, I hope you're understanding, will be clearly -1. With this -1, it is -2. -2 -1 is -3. And yes, -3 is equal to -3. So I got the lower limit as well with option C. Option A will not be the answer. Option A is subset of our answer, but being more precise, the domain here will be option C. Did you all get that, students? Now there is a correction that it was X actually. All those who were saying that yes, it was satisfying, it was not satisfying all the 4 options, there was a small correction that you should be substituting X here. Now with that, let's solve again another question. What does it say? It says that Sn is the sum of first n terms of an AP, n is the nth term of an AP. If first term of the given AP is 10 by 3, S30 is a 30 to the power 3. Okay, how do we solve this? Pay attention to that. Yes, I got this. But I am now talking about the extreme values. So extreme values will be our answer. If there is a value between the solution, that will definitely satisfy it. But if I'm talking about the extreme values should satisfy it, which means option C is that largest set, which is still satisfying it. So option A is the subset of the option C. So if option C satisfies it, option A will eventually satisfy it, which means my answer will not be option A. My answer will be option C. I hope you got this. Om Namah Shivaya. Now with that, we are given S30 is equals to A30 cube. What will be S30? S30 will be n by 2. Sorry, n by 2. That is 15 times 2a will be 20 by 3 plus n minus 1, which is 30 minus 1, which is 29d. So that's S30. What will be A30? The 30th term, a plus 30 minus 1d. So which will be a plus. A plus means what? 10 by 3 plus 30 minus 1, that is again 29d. But this 30th term's cube is equal to the sum of 30 terms. Everybody got this? Yes. Now, I hope till now every shift has APGPS. Why will they not have it? They'll ask questions from sequence and series, sometimes 2 questions, sometimes 3 questions as well. So you have, what I'll suggest you to do is 10 by 3 plus 29d. This expression, if I assume as t, 10 by, I repeat, this expression 10 by 3 plus 29d, if I assume it as t, what will I have? This is 10 by 3 plus 10 by 3. So this is 15 times 10 by 3 plus 10 by 3 plus 29d. So that I have taken as t is equal to what? This will be t cube. I hope there is no confusion on that, whatever I've written so far. So now if I simplify this, let me put some efforts in simplifying this. So when I simplify this, let me do it here only. What do I get? This is 10 plus 3t. 10 plus 3t into 5. So this will be 5 times 10 plus 3t is equal to t cube, right? Now when I simplify this, what does it become? It becomes t cube minus 5 into 3, that is 15t, or rather I check it because hit and trial we are going to do. So I'll start checking it here only. So if I start checking it for 0, no, it is not equal. If I check it for 1, again it is not equal. If I check it for 2, it is again 2 is 8 only, but here it will be a larger value. If I check it for 3, it will be 27 only, but this will be 9. and this will be 29, a larger value. If I check it for 4, it will be 64, but 12 plus 10, that is how much? 22. 20 into 5 is more than 64. If I check it for 5, 5 cube is 125, 5 into 3 is 15, 15 plus 10 is 25, 25 into 5, am I making any mistake? 5 cube, 25 into 5, so that is, yes, so 125, 125 are same, which means t is equals to 5 is our value of this expression, which means t we receive as 5. So if I receive t as 5, 29d is going to be 5 minus 10 by 3. Everyone comfortable with that? So this will be 15 minus 10. 15 minus 10 is how much? 15 minus 10 is 5 by 3. So this gives you 5 by 3. So d turns out to be as 5 upon 29 into 3. Everyone getting this comfortably? Now what have we asked? The common difference only. So 5 upon 29 by 3. You can get the answer. 9 into 3 is 21. Am I making any mistake here? 5 upon 29 into 3 will be the answer. So 7, it should be 87. Yes, option C will be the correct answer. Everybody got this? That's brilliant, students. That's perfect. So in the previous question, if options were not given, how will be done? We'll solve it. I'll definitely tell you the approach for that as well. Don't worry about that. We'll share the approach for that as well. Don't worry. Now, I'll definitely share on that. Now, this is a question again where I'm told that the value of A is given as this, B is given as this, then the value of A by B is equal to what? Again, a simple question, a straightforward question. First of all, let's work on A. Let's simplify this A. So here, I'm simply taking this expression because here, there are chances that it may get converted into telescoping sum. Okay. Mistake in previous question. What was the mistake there? Yes, I'm really sorry. It's not 4. In the numerator, it was 5. So option A. I'm really sorry for that. So if I get back to this, it is sine theta upon cos 3 theta, sine theta upon cos 3 theta, sine theta upon cos 3 theta. So I'm seeing a pattern. So I'm generalizing this term, sine theta upon cos 3 theta. I hope you are comfortable with that. Now, what I do next is let me multiply it by 2 in the numerator and denominator, and let me multiply it by cos theta in the numerator and denominator. I hope you are comfortable with that. So we know 2 sine theta cos theta is nothing but what? What are we simplifying? We are technically simplifying sine theta upon cos 3 theta. I hope you're okay with that. So the numerator becomes sine 2 theta. Now this sine 2 theta, this 2 theta can I not write as 3 theta minus theta. So most of you must have realized why did I do this. Sine A minus B, sine A cos B. So this is sine A cos B. This is sine A cos B, sine 3 theta into cos theta minus cos A sine B. So this is cos 3 theta into sine theta. Whole divided by this. So this 1 by 2 I keep aside outside, and if I split this denominator to both of these terms, I think I'll get something really decent out of this. This is cos theta here, and there is a minus over here. So cos 3 theta here, cos 3 theta, cos theta here, and again cos 3 theta, cos theta here. I hope you all are understanding and listening. With that, we get this nullified, which means sine 3 theta upon cos 3 theta, that is tan theta. So it will be 1 by 2 times whole of 1 by 2 times whole of tan 3 theta minus tan theta. First of all, give me a quick update on this. Everybody understood this? Sir, how many questions can I attempt? I got 1 mark in January with 44 marks in physics and 70 in chemistry, an average student. We totally understand that. Of course, watch our marathons, watch our revision sessions, which we have been conducting. We are trying to help you a lot with that. So we have solved this type before, sir. Yes, and Roy, we have solved this category of questions a lot, many times. In our rank booster series, in our revision marathons, the category of questions we are solving here in this analysis, we have done these questions a lot, many times. So here, this is how I'm simplifying it. Now, if I put these values, this was sine theta upon cos 3 theta. So here, if I begin with theta as this, now I'm going to write A, which you must have seen that 1 by 2 will be outside. Now, this sine 3 theta upon cos 9, I hope you're understanding. Theta is 3 here. So if theta is 3, it will be 10. I hope you're understanding. 3 into 3, that is what? 9 minus tan 3. Comfortable with this, all the participants? Plus, now here, theta is 9. So 9 into 3 is 27. So it is tan 27 minus tan 9. I hope everybody is getting it comfortably now. Plus, theta is 27 here. So 27 into 3 is 81. So it is tan 81 minus what? 10. Theta was 27. So it is tan 27. Correct me if I'm wrong. All the participants getting this. Now with that, if I simplify this further, what do I get? So 10 9 cancelled. I hope you can see this. 10 27 cancelled. So I left with 1081 minus 103 divided by 2. So I left with the same expression only, 1081 minus 103 divided by 2. So I think you have the answer. You do have the answer, because what is A? Sir, A is half of 1081 minus 103. So A is half of 1081 minus tan 3. So is it not simple? Is it not absolutely doable question? I hope most of you must have cracked it. So with that, what are we asked? A by B. So A by B means what? This gets cancelled by this, so you're left with 1 by 2. 1 by 2, option C will be the correct answer. Everybody got this? Everybody understood this explanation? Can I move ahead from here? Yes, we do have one more question. Let's solve this. What does it say? It says, somebody is saying something to solve these questions in 2 minutes and exam pressure, it's too much exhausting. I totally get that. It is exhausting, but yes, you've got to have that knack, and that knack, that aptitude, that ability comes with practice. So you must have been practicing a lot previously in these 2 years. Yes. Are the questions not same? Yes. That's not what I answered. Okay, no worries with that. So here, if I go ahead with that, this is what I need to solve. This particular comparison, you all are comfortable with that. But if I look at this particular part, this looks tough. It is not. Even and odd, basic property. Because the moment you see minus 2 to 2 and modulus is coming into picture, is it or not easy? Is it not simple? Yes, some of you have already started responding. Great, brilliant. So with that, if I split it, I hope you're understanding. Minus 2 to 2, mod of sin x, it is an even function because of modulus sign. I can write it as 2 times 0 to 2 sin x. Everybody listening and understand that. Plus, what do I have here? Again, is it also not that same? Is it also not that same? Same means what? Here also x sin x, whatever it is going to be, although odd and odd is even and modulus is there, it will make it even again. So here, I'll say again, this is going to be 0 to 2, 0 to 2, and this x sin x is written like that only because that too I have taken outside. So it is x sin x dx. Right, this is what we have received from our team. So I think yes, splitting the middle term. But here I think this is now easy. Now sir, why have you removed the modulus sign? Why are you not introducing mod sign? Because I hope you can look at the graph of sin x. The graph of sin x between 0 to pi. Pi is approximately 3.14. So between 0 to 2, sin x is positive. Even x and sin x are also positive. Their product will be positive. So I will clearly not be bothering about their modulus sign. Everybody got this? So I think here, is it a tough question? Will you call it even a tough question? Is it not easy? Yes, integration by parts here, and here simply integration. So sin x is minus cos x, so you'll put a minus cos x here, and of course the limits will be 0 to 2, and this whole needs to be doubled. Plus here, if you're doing it, I hope you remember that ILATE formula. So with that ILATE, I hope you are not confused that algebraic comes first, then trigonometric. I hope you remember that. So this will be your first function, this will be your second function. Can you not do that by yourself? I'll put the limit first function as it is, that is x, integration of second. So again, sin x when integrated gives you cos x, minus integration of derivative of first, so derivative of x is 1, then integration of second, so sin x is minus cos x, so that makes it cos x, and then when cos x is integrated makes it sin x, so it will be plus sin x. And here again, I am going to put the same limit. Here, if the limit was from 0 to 2, here also the limit will be from 0 to 2. So you can put the common limit only. You can put the common limit 0 to 2 on this entire expression. Now, will you do that part by yourself? Okay, no worries with that. Let us receive it in a confirmed manner from the team. But I think this is what we have received. So I think with that, you get the final answer. Will you not be able to do it by yourself? The limits part was missing. And when you put those limits, you can put it equal to this and you can compare and get the answer. Was it not simple, easy, and doable? Let me see. Do we have few more questions? I think, let me check it again. From my end, I think I have this one question also there. So let me get this question also discussed here. Let me just bring this question here so that we discuss this one more question as well. So here we have one more question. Let me just push it there. Is it downloaded? Yes, it is getting downloaded. So yes, let's import it here. Again, a very simple, straightforward question. As we constantly pitch and mention that if questions are there from 3-dimensional geometry, why does this question come in every paper? I don't know. So here, if I get back to this question here, 3D based questions are simple and easy, are always doable, but what makes them lengthy? Calculation. So here, a line with direction ratios, this is the direction ratios of a line, intersects this line and this line at P and Q. So let's say this line, any random point if I take parametrically, I can define in terms of lambda and mu. So any point on this line, let's say the coordinates of P, if this line intersects this line at P, so that coordinate of P, parametrically, cos can't have value 2. Nitin, come on. That is not cos inverse. And even if it is cos inverse, then also it can have value 2. Come on. How can you ask that? Cos 2. X can be any real number. So cos 2 minus cos 0. Cos can't have value 2. Now, getting back to this discussion here, I'll say P will be defined as 2 lambda. P will be defined as 2 lambda, then 3 lambda, then you'll have 3 lambda minus 1. I hope you got this. Similarly, if I talk about coordinates of Q will be coming from here because this line is intersecting this line at Q. So Q parametrically will be given by minus mu minus 1. So it will be minus mu minus 1. Then you have mu plus 2, then you have mu plus 2, and then you have 4 mu minus 0, right? This is your PQ. But I hope you're understanding, if I join PQ, that will lie on this line only. So direction ratios of PQ and direction ratios of this line will be same. Everybody got that? They'll be proportional. So here direction ratios of PQ, I repeat, direction ratios of PQ I'm writing. So direction ratios of PQ we receive as 2 lambda minus this. So it is 2 lambda plus mu plus 1 comma 3 lambda minus that. So it will be 3 lambda minus mu minus 2, getting it everyone? And this will be 3 lambda minus 1 minus 4 mu. So this will be 3 lambda minus 1 minus 4 mu. Everybody got this? Now this is the direction ratios of PQ, but PQ as a line segment lies on this line. So this direction ratio and this direction ratio will be proportional, which means 2 lambda plus mu plus 1 upon 1 should be equal to 3 lambda minus mu minus 2 upon minus 1, and this should be equal to 3 lambda minus 1 minus 4 mu upon 2. Everybody getting this conclusion, whatever I've written so far? I hope there is no doubt on that. Now with that, I have gotten two equations in lambda and mu, one from here, and two variables. I got to solve this. So yes, it takes a lot of time. So from here, when I start solving this, I hope everybody is watching, listening and understanding. If I do the cross multiplication here, what do I get? By solving these two, minus 1 comes here, or rather if minus 1 is pushed in the numerator, I think that will be more beneficial. So it becomes minus plus plus. I think that will be more easy for us to do. So here it is plus 1, right? So I think these and this can directly be compared. So it becomes what? 2 lambda plus mu plus 1 is equals to this. So 3 lambda comes here. So 2 lambda plus 3 lambda is 5 lambda. Mu and mu are cancelled, and there 1 goes to the other side, so it becomes 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. So lambda we receive as 1 by 5. Lambda we receive as 1 by 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Second conclusion, if I take, can I take this conclusion from here? So 2 goes here, 1 goes here. So 2 gets multiplied here. It becomes what? Minus 6 lambda, then plus 2 mu plus 4 is equal to 3 lambda minus 1 minus 4 mu, right? With that, when I simplify this, let me take this 6 lambda to the other side. So it becomes what? 9 lambda. On the right hand side, it becomes 9 lambda. And if I bring this 4 mu to the left hand side, it becomes 6 mu. It becomes 6 mu. I think, what are we asked? Length of the line segment. So we need lambda and mu both. Okay. So I think this is 9 lambda there, 6 mu on the left hand side, and 1 if I bring on the left hand side, 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is 5. Lambda we know is 1 by 5. So this will be 9 by 5. This will be 9 by 5. Everyone comfortable with that? So when I push this 5 on the left hand side, it is this. So 5 into 5 is 25. 5 into 5 is 25. 9 minus 25. I hope that's minus 16. So it should be minus 16 by 5. It should be minus 16 by 5. So here, when I cancel this, here we get 2 into 3 is 6. 2 into 8 is 16. So we receive mu as 8 by 15, minus 8 by 15. Mu is minus 8 by 15. So mu we receive as minus 8 by 15. A tricky question, not a tricky, a lengthy question. Now what are we going to do, sir? Why can't we point mu lambda be equal to 2? No. Lambda and mu cannot be equal to 1 minus 1 and 2. What kind of questions are you asking, Om Namah Shivaya? Lambda and mu cannot be these values. This direction ratio of PQ will be proportional to the direction ratio of this, because PQ as a line segment lies on this line, because this line is intersecting this and this at P and Q. So PQ, the line segment, must be lying on this line. So if I find the direction ratios of PQ, which is this minus this, will be proportional to this. So direction ratio of this upon these will be same. Great. Now from here what I'll do is, I think now, can you do that by yourself? How am I asking you to do it by yourself? What I'm suggesting here is that you put lambda here. When you put lambda here, you find the coordinates of P. I hope that will be easy. You put mu here. By putting mu here, you will find the coordinates of Q. and then all you need to do is distance formula. I hope you know how to use the distance formula, and by using the distance formula you can simply write the final answer. And you're not even asked that if the distance between them is alpha, so alpha square will be the under root removed, and with that 225 will be multiplied, because 5 and 55 may create some problem. So did you all get that? I'm not solving the last part, that calculation part I'm skipping, and with that you will definitely get the final answer. Everybody understood that? Which part are you asking me to repeat, Arpan? Do write it. Line banakar dekho. Why should I make the line, Anshul? So with that, I hope you got the answer. Let me ask who is available now. It should be possibly Sumit sir now. So let me check. Let me check whether Sumit sir is available or not. So I am ending. Sumit sir is joining or not. By the way, you tell me, how's your maths paper? Okay, so Sumit sir is joining. Let's go there.
And we are having more questions on physics now. So let us see which all questions we are having here with us. I'm audible to you. Please mention if I'm audible to you. Okay. Yeah. So this question we have to solve here. What we need to find in this question? We need to find VAB and IAB. What is the potential across this and current? Now there are multiple ways to solve this question. One way is use nodal analysis. Another way to solve this question is finding the equivalent EMF of these cells and equivalent internal resistance. We have two ways to solve it. So which way we should follow? Let us follow first nodal analysis. Let us do that. Okay. So for nodal analysis, I am grounding this, and let us take this potential as V. So I will say this current I1, this current I2, this current I3, this current I4, this current I5. I will say I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5. This is equals to 0. This is nodal analysis. Now what will be I1? This is V. This will be V minus 27. Here it is 0. So V minus 27 divided by 3. V minus 27 divided by 3 plus. What is I2? V minus 27 divided by 3. Again means these three are same only. I1, I2 and I3 and even I5. All are same and they are V minus 27 divided by 3. Okay. I1, I2, I3 and I5 all are same. I1, I2, I3 and I5, and they are V minus 27 divided by 3. So it will become just V minus 27 divided by 3 into 4. These 4 currents plus this I4. What is I4? What is I4? This is V, this is 0, V minus 0 divided by 6. This is equal to 0. Now solve it. How you will solve it further? This is 4V by 3 minus 3 into 9, 9 into 4, 36 plus V by 6. This is equal to 0. V by 3 plus V by 6. This will become 8 plus 1, 9 by 6. V is equals to 36. 2 into 3 into 2 and 3 into 3, 3 into 12, V comes out to be 12 into 2, 24, and I will be equal to this current. What? That is my I4. I4 is V divided by 6. So that is 24 divided by 6. This is 4. 4 ampere. 24 and 4. This is one way to solve this. Now, yeah, we are having fourth option. You want to see the other way to solve this also? Okay. In other way, what you can do is this whole thing 27, 3. Okay, these we are having 4 things now. And this is 3, this is 3. 3, 3 you can say, this is 3, this is 3, 3, 3, 6, and other was 27, 3, 27, 3, 27, 3. 27, 3, like this, 27, 3, 27, 3. Draw the equivalent EMF of all these cells. and find the equivalent resistance of all these cells. This is my E equivalent, this is my R equivalent, and then this is my 6 ohm. Okay, this is my point A, this is my point B, then I can solve. This is another way, okay, other way. Let us write it here. Other way or second method to do it. Now, can I find equivalent, R equivalent? Yes, these all are in parallel. So, 1 by R equivalent is equals to, okay, these cells all are in parallel, 1 by R1, so that is 1 by 3, plus 1 by R2, plus 1 by R3, plus 1 by 4. So, this is 4 by 3. This gives us R equivalent is equals to 3 by 4 ohm. What is E equivalent? E equivalent divided by R equivalent is equals to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 plus E4 by R4. Okay, so that is 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, 36. So E equivalent comes out to be 36 into 3 by 4, 4 into 9. So this is 27. So I am getting this as 27 and this as 3 by 4. Now write the current. Current will be equal to 27 divided by 6 plus 3 by 4. 27 divided by 27 into 4. So current comes out to be 4. And what will be VAB? IR 6 into 4, that is 24. Same answer, two methods. Two methods, same answer. Now you see with which method you are confident with. Any of you can use. Either you can use this method, nodal analysis, or you can use this method using the cell series parallel combination. Next question. Circular coil of 200 turns carries current 20 milliampere. The inner radius of the coil is mentioned and the outer radius of the coil is mentioned. The magnitude of magnetic moment of the coil is. So the coil is like this. Like this. The coil is like this. Okay. Inner radius is given 3 centimeter. The outer radius is given 6 centimeter. Now, total number of turns are known to us. Now, what you do is at a distance r, you take a thickness of dr. Okay. Now, due to this dr thickness part, the magnetic moment you find and then integrate to find the total magnetic moment. What will be the magnetic moment due to this part? Let us take that as dm. That will be equals to I into the area, yes, and into the number of turns. How many number of turns? I don't know. Let us take number of turns is dn. Clear? Now understand the concept very nicely. Okay. Now, what is dn? In thickness 3 centimeter to 6 centimeter, total thickness will be 6 minus 3. In that thickness, my number of turns is 200. Okay, let us take this inner radius. I am taking as A, outer radius I am taking as B. Okay, outer radius I am taking as B. So I will say the number of turns will be, total number of turns was 200, that is my n, divided by the thickness, total thickness was B minus A, into the thickness of this, that is dr. Turns per unit thickness into the thickness, that will become my dn, number of turns. Now put dm is equals to I, yes, into the area is pi r square, yes, into dn is equals to n divided by b minus a dr. Now integrate it. Are you able to get it? If you are having any difficulty, please mention in the comments. Now, I, pi, and they are constant. B minus a is also constant. So n I pi divided by b minus a, r square integration dr. R square dr will become r cube divided by 3. And this limit will go from a to b. This will become my m. So m will be equal to n I pi by b minus a, here 3 also, into b cube minus a cube. And yes, b cube minus a cube I can say as b minus a into b square plus ab, like that. So b minus a part will get cancelled. So this will become ni pi into b square plus a square plus ab divided by 3. This is my magnetic moment. Now put the values in that. Okay, I'm just putting the values. What is that? N is 200. I current, how much is the current? 20 milliampere. Milli, converting that to ampere, milliampere, okay, converting that to ampere, multiplying that with 10 to the power minus 3. So n I into pi is 3.14 divided by 3 into b square plus a square plus ab. B is 6, a is 3. So 6 square plus 3 square plus 6 into 3 is 18. How much is it? Is 36 plus 9 plus 18. This will become 4 5 6 7. Okay, 9 into 7 simply. Yeah, 4 5 6 7. Now into 10 to the power minus 4 also, because converting that to SI again. Now here you see 3 into 3. What else? Now rest are calculations. Let me do calculations. This is okay, this 10 to the power minus 3 I can cancel here like this. This will become 4 into 3.14 into 3 into 7. Yeah, seems fine. This comes out to be 263.76 into 10 to the power minus 4. And this will become 2.6 into 10 to the power minus 2 ampere meter square. Sir, is it a toroid? No, it's not a toroid. It's not a toroid. Okay, it's a planar actually. This is a planar thing. Toroid means you have a solenoid, you join the two ends of the solenoid. Okay, then it becomes a toroid. It's a planar thing like that. Clear? Good to go? Next question. The system of two composite wires having mass 8 kg attached with it as shown in the figure. The Young's modulus are given, radius of cross section is given, length of each rod is given. We need to find the total extension. Now here one thing that you have to understand is the tension in both the rods is same. Here neglect the mass of these rods. In the question, is it anywhere mentioned about the masses of the rod? No. Masses of the rod is not given, so neglect that. Consider these rods are nearly massless. So the tension is due to only this block, which is 80 Newton. Okay, so 80 Newton tension is there in both of them. Now write it. How we write the extension, by the way? Delta L. Delta L we know that is equals to FL by AY. This is how we write. How we got this? Young's modulus is equals to stress by strain. Stress is this, strain is this. From there we write delta L is equals to FL by AY. So when I say total extension, that will be extension in the first one plus extension in the second one. Okay, so F L1 by A1 Y1 plus F L2 by A2 Y2. F is same because tension is same on the two, that is 80 Newton, that I will take common, 80 into L1 is 0.068 0.628 divided by A1 pi into R1 square. Okay, this is a mistake actually. This is my L2 and this is L1. So L1 is 0.314 divided by A1 is pi R1 square. So pi into R1 is 2 mm, so 2 square is 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. Pi R1 square, everything seems fine, plus L2 is 0.628, so 0.628 divided by pi into R2 square. R2 is 2, so 2 square will be 4. R1 was also 2, R2 was also 2, okay. So this is 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. Anything else? Nothing else. Now it will become this into this, so here it will become 10 and this if I multiply this with 10, it will become 2 pi. So this is actually 5 times of this. And what else? I can take this 10 inside, so here it will become 2, then it will become 2 plus 1 3, so this is, and 4, this 4, here it will become 2, so 2 into 3 is 6, so this is 6 into 10 to the power 6 into 10 to the power 6. Oh, wait a minute, I did a mistake. I need to put the values of y1 and y2 also. I missed the value of y1 and y2. Let us go back quickly. Okay, anyways, I need to put it again because it's messed up here. Y1 and y2 I forgot. A1 is equals to A2, so f by A I am taking out. Let us do that way. A1 is equals to A2, cross section is same, so f by A y1 A y2. F by A I am taking out, that is 80 divided by pi into r square. R was 2, so 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. F by A, now L1 by y1 plus L2 by y2. L1 is 0.314 divided by y1 is this 2 into 10 to the power 11. So 2 into 10 to the power 11 plus 0.628 divided by, what is y2? 4 into 10 to the power 11. 4 into 10 to the power 11. Now it will be simplified easily. Pi into 0.1, okay, and into 0.2, then what else? 4 into 2 is 8 here, okay, so 4 into 20, this 2 will get cancelled, 2, 10 here, and it will be 2 here, this will be 0.1 here then. Now what it is? This seems easier, yeah? So this will become this is 10, 0.1 plus 0.1 is 0.2, and 10 to the power 11 when it will come, it will become 10 to the power 5, which will go in the numerator, 10 to the power minus 5. So this is 10 into 10 to the power minus 5 into 10 into 10 to the power minus 5 into 0.2. So this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meters total elongation. Third option. Calculations were there, but everything seems fine. Leave calculation part, sir. We will do it. Okay, Bhanu, thank you. Next thing, a single slit diffraction experiment, a monochromatic light of wavelength lambda is incident on width A. The diffraction pattern is observed on the screen placed at a distance d. This is the distance of the screen. Find the distance between first and third minima on the same side of the central maxima. Where is nth minima? Nth minima is at sine theta is equals to n lambda by a. Okay, here my a is here, yeah, that assumption is there. Also we will take this sine theta is very small, so that is equals to nearly equals to theta, that is n lambda by a. I need the separation, I need the distance between the first and third minima. So if I find the angular separation first, where is the angular separation? For theta 3 and theta 1, what that will be? 3 lambda by a minus lambda by a, that will become 2 lambda by a. This is the angular separation. I need the separation y. So y will be equal to that, my delta y or y, that will become into d. So lambda by a into d. Okay, my separation is equals to angular separation into the separation between that screen and the slit, that is capital D. So this is 2 lambda d by a, first and third minima. Is this point clear? Yeah, that is first option. Yes, white gaming, perfect. Next question. Two projectiles are thrown from same point on level ground. The ratio of initial velocity is given. Angle of projection is given. The ratio of horizontal range. Direct formula based question from projectile motion. What is range? U square sine 2 theta divided by g. This is the range. Now take the ratio. R1 by R2 is equal to, the speeds are, the initial velocities are in ratio 4:1. So 4 by 1 square into sine square theta 1, sorry, sine 2 theta 1, that is 2 into 15 divided by sine of 2 theta 2, so 2 into 30. what it is, this will become 16 into sine 30 1 by 2 divided by sine 60 root 3 by 2. This by 2 part is getting cancelled. This comes out to be 16 by root 3. 16 by root 3. Oh, what it is? There is a mistake. R1 is to R2. The angle of projection is 50 and 30. Calculate the ratio of their horizontal range. U square sine 2 theta by g, 4 by 1 sine 30 divided by sine of 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. I think there is a mistake in the options. It should be 16 by is to root of 3. Option 3. 16 is to root of 3. Sir, I feel shift of others as easy but don't know what will happen to my shift. Neeladrinath. Your shift also will be easy, but what happens now? When you come in pressure, in exam pressure, then easier question will feel like very difficult. We have derived it in class. Okay. Next question. Parallel plate capacitor is connected to ideal battery so that potential difference across its plate remains constant. Okay. So this is a parallel plate capacitor. It is connected across a battery. Let us take here potential is V. The plates are slowly pulled apart with a constant speed. So these plates are pulled apart like this. So the separation will increase. The electrostatic energy stored in the capacitor varies with the separation D. Let us take at any separation D, what is the electrostatic potential energy? How will you write this? For capacitor we know formula is Q square by 2C or half CV square, or what you will use here? My V is constant here, charge is not constant. So I will write potential energy as half CV square. My V is constant. What is C? A epsilon naught by D. So half A epsilon naught by D into V square. This is my potential energy. Now here I can say my potential energy is basically inversely proportional to D. 1 by D factor is coming now. So potential energy is proportional to D to the power minus 1. First option. Somebody is saying initial velocities were equal here in this question. No, initial velocity is given 4:1. I don't know about the actual paper. It might be equal in the actual paper. Okay, so this comes out to be first option. Now next question. This is from, I think, thermodynamics. Sample A, number of moles are given 2 and volume is given 3 V naught. For sample B, number of moles is 2, volume is V naught. Okay, next. If a relation between the pressure and volume on both the sides is like this. So pressure volume relationship is given like this. The difference between temperature of sample B and A is. So first of all, let us find the pressures for them. Volume we know. From there I can find the temperature. So let us find pressure PA. So if I say pressure of gas A, PA will be equal to P naught divided by 1 plus V by V naught whole square. What is V? 3. 3 V naught by V naught whole square will become 3 square. So this is P naught by 10. So pressure here is P naught by 10. Now let us find pressure at B. That will become P naught divided by 1 plus. What is the volume? Volume is V naught only. So volume is V naught only. 1 plus 1 square is 1. So this is P naught by 2. This is P naught by 2. I got the pressures. Now use ideal gas equation. PV is equals to nRT, and from there you can find what is TA and TB. Okay, so PV is equals to nRT. So if I use this, I'll say T is equals to PV by nR. Okay, now write TA. What is TA? TA will be equals to P is P naught by 10, V is 3 V naught divided by N is 2 into R. So this comes out to be 3 by 20 P naught V naught by R. Similarly, write the temperature of B. Temperature of B will be equals to pressure is P naught by 2, P naught by 2 into volume is V naught divided by number of moles is 2 into R. So this is P naught V naught by 4R. So this is P naught V naught by 4R. What I need? The difference between the two. So subtract that delta T will become equal to, this is 3 by 20 and this will become 5 by 20. So 2 by 20. 2 by 20 means 1 by 10. P naught V naught by 10 R. First option. Okay. This was 3 by 20. This is 5 by 20. Difference is 2 by 20, which is 1 by 10. Sir, area will change. Who is talking about area? Where we are talking about area? Which area you are talking about? This area. Area will not change. Why the area will change? Why area will change? Plate will have the same area. Now you are increasing the separation only. The area of the plate will not change. Only the separation will change. When you write A epsilon naught by D, this is constant. Only D is changing. Area will not change. Okay. Next question. This is series RLC circuit and we expected if a question is coming from AC, it's a very high chance that it will be from series RLC circuit. Now power factor of the below circuit is 0.5. We need to find XC minus XL. Okay, let us find that. What is power factor? Draw the impedance triangle first. Okay, draw the impedance triangle first. What is this? This is XC minus XL. This is R. This is angle phi and power factor is cos phi. Okay, power factor is my cos phi. Now cos phi is given to us as 0.5. Then 0.5 I can write as 1 by 2. Then my tan phi will be equal to root 3. Yes, tan phi will be equals to root 3. Now tan phi is equals to this side divided by this side. So this is my XC minus XL divided by the resistance. So what is XC minus XL? Root 3 into the R. What is the value of R? R is 100. So this comes out to be 100 root 3. 1.73 into 100 is 173 ohm. Second option. 100 root 3. Perfect, Vinil. Okay, clear? Good. Now Gaurav sir will be there with us with questions on chemistry. So let us welcome Gaurav sir. Gaurav sir, it's over to you now. चले गए थे क्या आप?
Yes, guys. V- Yes, guys. So I hope you had discussed those physics questions. There were quite number of them. ये तो क्वेश्चन ही नहीं था न्यूमेरिकल्स में आया था ये. ओके बेटा, आप ऑब्वियसली allow Kora. Beta, hello Niladri. And beta, obviously these are memory based questions. So whatever questions we are, I mean from the student side that our team is getting, they are bringing those questions directly to us. So maybe obviously because this is memory based, so there can be some anomaly, but ultimately these topics will be asked. I mean some concepts around there will definitely asked in JEE. So for all those students who are having your paper in the later days, definitely it's going to be helpful like anything. Sir, okay. You were Mary is saying you were waiting for me. So yes, beta, without further ado, let us start discussing those. I have few questions. I mean, I guess I have many questions for you from chemistry. Beta, nobody is stupid. Unknown, you're not stupid. You just need to work hard, beta. You are not. You just need to trust yourself and things will be great. So working on this question, the question says you have list 1 in which these complexes are given and the magnetic moment in Bohr magneton is given. So a classic question, a traditional question. So let us do it for chromium. Chromium is in +2 oxidation state. So chromium is 4s1 3d5. So +2 as in 4s1 gone. So 3d4. 3d4 as in it will have how many unpaired electrons? Sir, 4, because this water, this water, this water, this water, all these water act as weak field ligand. But yes, with cobalt in +3 oxidation state, even water act as a strong field ligand. So, but sir, cobalt +3 is not given, but for modulation of such questions, you should keep that thing in mind. I'm repeating, it is not there in this question, but cobalt in +3 state with water also, that water also acts as a strong field ligand, not because of the water, but because cobalt +3 has higher degeneracy. Hence, even water is considered as a strong field ligand, but not in these cases. So in these cases, we just have to check the regular degenerate d orbitals, and because this is simple d4, so no splitting. I mean, why you should consider splitting? Because all are weak field ligands. So 4 unpaired electrons will give what magnetic moment? Sir, 4 into 4 plus 2 Bohr magneton, as in 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 4 is 24. So 25 is 5, so this is just less than 5. So which is just less than 5, sir? S. So A is S. Obviously you can tick the options. One of the options is not visible, but okay, I'll be giving you the answer. So A is definitely S. Cobalt +2. So cobalt is 4s2 3d7, because Shakti Walker Manfi Co as in 27. Cobalt is in what oxidation state? +2. So this is 3d7. 3d7 as in, sir, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So how many unpaired electrons it has? 3. So magnetic moment will be 3 into 3 plus 2 as in 5. That is 5 into 2 is 15. So 16 is 4. So just less than 4. So which is just less than 4? R. So that means B is R. Moving forward, copper in +2 oxidation state. Copper is 4s1, 3d10, classic case. So this is copper +2 is nothing but 3d9. So simply 1 unpaired electron. So this is 1 into 1 plus 2 as in 3. That is under root 3. So 1.73 as in C is P. So C is PC. You just can eliminate also by this also. S, R, P. So obviously option 1 is our answer, but because we are practicing, so why leave this also? So manganese +2 is 3d5. 3d5 as an under root 5 into 5 plus 2 as in 7. So 7 into 5 is 35. 36 is 6. So just less than 6. That means Q. I mean, just simple question. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everybody is comfortable with this. Moving to the next question. The next question says, anion X minus contains 45 neutrons and 36 electrons. Now, I have an anion, that means it has taken one extra electron, and after taking extra electron, it is having 36. So, reduce one, that means it has 35 protons. That means who is having atomic number 35? Just go by your basics of magic numbers: 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 36, 36. So this is nothing but fourth period, because fourth period last is 36. Which is our inert gas. So just before 36, you will be having 35, which is nothing but bromine. Although you do not know this, just with your periodicity logic of periodic table, you definitely can understand that this is what period, fourth period, and what block, P block. So fourth period, P block, but you just have to check this also. What is this? This is atomic mass. So what is mass number? Number of neutrons plus protons. So 45 plus 35 is simply 80. Easy peasy question. I guess everybody is done with this. Okay, moving to the next question. The next question, traditional question from biomolecules. I have been repeating this like in my mock test, in the rank booster test, in most of the sessions I have given this list of 20 essential and non-essential amino acids. Again, a question from that beta. Okay, Utkarsh, you have any doubt? Should be B. Should be B as in this one. Nahi beta, because they are giving, we know there are isotopes in nature, so that's why isotopes, isobars. So but they are saying no, that 45 is the 45 is the neutron. So neutrons plus proton is definitely our mass number, which is definitely 80 in this case. Utkarsh, I hope we are clear with this. Chalo. Okay, ready, perfect. Okay, Vedant is saying wrong question, beta. Again, I said memory based, so at least some of the logic around will be there. Perfect. Moving to the next one. As I was saying, this is the traditional biomolecules question. So obviously, we should learn this, that arginine. What is the now on 2nd of April they have started asking about the letter code, the single letter code. So for arginine, what is the single letter code? It is R. You should obviously learn this. Obviously, once you learn this, then only you can make such questions. But if you are friendly with NCERT facts of such questions, then look at the time that we'll be investing in this question. So arginine, single letter word is R. Then lysine, single letter word is K. Then glutamic acid, single letter word is, I guess, E. And then aspartic acid, single letter word is D. So obviously, what is my answer? This is Delhi. This is Bombay. This is C. And this is A. So I guess option 3. I hope. Yeah, perfect. So once you are comfortable, friendly with NCERT, so these questions are, I mean, not even you have to move your pen. Moving to the next question, a classic question from equilibrium. Value of K is given. For this reaction, we are doing what? We are multiplying this reaction by a factor of 1/3. A classic characteristic of equilibrium constant. So the equilibrium constant, new equilibrium constant will be, the new equilibrium constant will be old equilibrium constant raised to the power n, whatever this n in any fraction, integer, whatever. And in this case, n is nothing but 1/3. So K is 2.7, or rather I'll write 27 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 raised to the power 1/3. So this is obviously 3 raised to the power 3. So 3 cube. So this is 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 upon 3. So this is 2. Easy question. 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. I hope everybody is clear with this also. Okay, perfect. Chemistry is boring. Sab kuch rata. Nahin beta. See, what is rata marna in this? Or else, if you ultimately beta, you have to score high. If IITs are opening their gates and IITs are opening their gates, the criteria is physics, chemistry, maths. Even if in our time, the state engineering college, the government state engineering college like Madhya Pradesh used to do separate MPPET. And MPPET used to had 90 questions of mathematics, 45 for physics maths. That means during that point of time, they even officially declared that you invest more time in mathematics, because they were asking 90 questions. Like still, but at this point of time, they have made the number of questions of physics, chemistry, maths equal. So you have to go to the criteria where every student is going. So obviously, moving to the next one. The next question says, this is nitrobenzene reacting with metal and acid. So metal and acid acts as a reducing agent, and this reducing agent will convert the nitro group into amine. So this is what reduction does with metal and zinc of nitrobenzene. After that, we are doing bromination, but because we know, even if I have polar solvent, I have no Lewis acid, but this nitrogen is highly activating, so it will activate the benzene ring at ortho and para position, and hence heavy substitution will be done. Heavy as in all the ortho and para position will be substituted by bromine. So this is second. After that, we are treating it with nitrous acid, because nitrous acid is unstable, so it is rather prepared using mixture of NaNO2 and HCl. 0 to 5 degrees Celsius keeps the diazonium salt at the same place. So ultimately everything will remain the same, just the NH2 will be replaced by the diazonium group, which is N triple bonded N plus Cl minus. Last is I'm using ethanol. So ethanol acts as a reducing agent. It will oxidize itself and reduce this diazonium compound. Reduction as in the same nitrogen gas will be removed, and reduction as in you simply get hydrogen over here. So our product is this tribromo derivatives. Option is beautifully option 3. Yes, nitrogen उड़ जाएगा, Yes, perfect, perfect. So I hope everybody is clear with this. Also, moving to the next question. The next question says, if n is the number of lone pair of electrons in the equatorial position of the most stable structure of ClF3. So first thing is, this is linking chemical bonding, then with D block chemistry or maybe periodicity. So what is shape of ClF3? Sir, 3 bond pair, and chlorine has 7 electrons, so 3 gone in 7, so 2 lone pair. So 2 lone pair, 3 bond pair, as in steric number is 5. So you will think of AB5 molecule, but 2 bond pair will be replaced by lone pair. So this is lone pair 1, lone pair 2 at the equatorial position, and this is 1 fluorine, but because of this lone pair I will be having some repulsion, so this will, the axial bond will not be exactly at 90 degree, it will be pushed away. So this is a bent T-shaped molecule, although we are not concerned with the shape. This is 1 lone pair, this is another lone pair, as in I have 2 lone pairs, so value of n is 2. Now, which of the following ions have the same number of unpaired electrons? So it is number of lone pair, but the question is asking you should have this many number of unpaired electrons. So now I need 2 unpaired electrons. So which of the species are having 2 unpaired electrons? Just now you again have to do a job. So vanadium plus 3. So vanadium is what? Sir, vanadium is Shakti Wo, as in third finger. So vanadium was 4s2 3d3. So 4s2 gone, and out of 3d3 1 gone. So this is 3d2. What about titanium plus 3? Sir, Shakti, as in it is the second. So this is 22. So 4s2 3d2 plus 3, as in 4s2 gone and 3d, out of 3d2 1 gone. So this is 3d1. Obviously this titanium plus 2, which is option D, this titanium plus 2 will be 3d2. Now what about others? Sir, copper plus 2 is 3d9, and nickel plus 2 is 4s2 gone. So Shakti Walker Man is the 25th finger, 5th finger as in 25 atomic number. Man Fe Koni as in 28. So this is 3d8 because 4s2 gone. So how many of them are having 2 unpaired electrons? Sir, obviously this is having 2, this is having 1, so gone. So B is gone. This is having 1, so C is gone. This is having 2, so okay. And this is also having 2, so okay. So how many of them are having 2 unpaired electrons? Sir, A and C. No. A, D and E. So A, D and E, option B is your answer. Perfect. Option 2. Perfect. Moving to, yeah. Perfect. Now, moving to the next question. The next question is again from D block coordination, you can say whatever. The basic question it is asking, there are 3 statements and you are supposed to tell that how many of these statements are correct. Actinoid contraction, it is saying, is greater in magnitude than lanthanoid contraction. Obviously, what is this contraction? Because of the poor shielding. Sir, F is more belonging to the periphery of an atom. So actinoid contraction is due to 5F, which are more diffused, more outside, so they will have even lesser shielding. So Z effective will be much largest increased than lanthanoid contraction. So this is a theoretical and a logical point also, that this is definitely correct. Now, if you talk of those lanthanoids and actinoids, then because of this lanthanoid contraction, all the lanthanoids have very high Z effective. So irrespective of their electronic configuration, because of this high Z effective, their N-2 F subshell actually is closely and tightly holded by this heavy nucleus, and therefore whatever their electronic configuration may be, they always tend to lose the ns2 electrons and n-1 d1 electrons. Therefore, they already, all the lanthanoids generally show what oxidation state? +3. And yes, even if you have some special electronic configuration like stable half filled and stable fully filled in case of F also, still those atoms may exist in that form of ion, but they will again try to convert themselves in the family oxidation state, which is +3. So just if you know this fact, then they are lanthanoids in +4 oxidation state. So from +4 they will be dying, they will be like madly wishing to get themselves reduced to +3, which is their family oxidation state. So they will reduce themselves. So if I reduce myself, I will oxidize other, and I'll be termed as an oxidizing agent or simply oxidant. Similarly, if because of some stable electronic configuration, if at all I exist as I as in lanthanoids exist as in +2 oxidation state, they will again try to acquire the family oxidation state, which is +3. So in order to convert from +2 to +3, they have to oxidize themselves. So if I oxidize myself, I will reduce you and I'll act as a reducing agent, hence reductant. So obviously all the three statements 1, 2, 3 are definitely super correct. Manan beta, not option 2, option 3. I hope everybody's clear. Yeah, perfect. Chalo, moving to the next one. Again, a GOC concept, a basic general organic chemistry question. The question says you have to arrange these functional group in increasing order of their electron withdrawing nature. So how many? Beta, we have discussed quite a lot of questions. So just go back with your cursor in the video. You will be getting all the memory based questions. Sir, nitrogen NO2 is a strong -R group also, -I group also, because obviously it is containing 3 electronegative atoms, so it will be strongest electron withdrawing. Only one option is giving you this, so obviously we know the answer, but because we are practicing, so after that you have cyanide, which is obviously -R also, -I also, but because this is only 2 electronegative atoms, so NO2 is more, CN is less. Coming back to COOH, this is also -R, -I, but less than them. And for iodine, this is definitely -R, but this is definitely iodine. Halogen is -I, but yes, its resonance is +R. But obviously, its resonance is weak. So, and obviously, but still it is electron withdrawing. So it will be, because of the +R, it will be coming at the last position, the weakest electron withdrawing. So I hope this is also easy peasy. Now, ओके हाँ इतना आसान बेटा इफ यू नो योर कंसेप्ट्स राइट तो इतना ही आसान है व्हाई बिकॉज यू हैव टू डू दिस यू कुड हैव डन दिस इन अ फ्रेम ऑफ 30 minutes maybe 35 minutes and then invest the extra 25 minutes in mathematics, but those who are not comfortable and obedient with MCRT will not be able to invest that much of time in mathematics or maybe physics if according to physics Sumit sir, you if at all you needed that extra time, so that time manager you have to be, no. Moving to the next question, which says the calculated spin only magnetic moment of this and this. Okay, again this is again a coordination compound, so maybe D block, because this is my metal ion. What is its oxidation states? +3 plus X minus 6 equals 0. That means this is ferric ion. What about this? +4 plus X minus 6 equals 0. That means this is +2. Fe is 4s2, 3d6. So 3 gone. So Fe plus 3 is 3d5. And +2 is 3d6. How many unpaired electrons it has? 5. How many unpaired electrons it has? 4. Because obviously we are not considering anything, so we are taking, I mean, OH like water is a weak field ligand, so just the degeneracy of D block will tell you the number of unpaired electrons. So magnetic moment here will be 5 into 5 plus 2, 7, and over here it will be 4 into 4 plus 2 as in 6. So this is 7 into 5 is 35. And this is 6, 4 is 24. I guess some of the students said that was the question. Some of the students said this was the question, because obviously the similar trend of question, both the questions will not be there, but I have taken all the questions which our team has given. So 35 is just less than 6. So which option is just less than 6? These two. These are gone. And 24 is just less than 5. So just less than 5 is this. Option 1 is your, yeah, perfect, Raja. Perfect, unknown, perfect, Dulan, perfect, Manan. Moving to the next one. Okay, no next one. Acha, I have discussed around 19, 20 questions, so maybe I'll be having 2-3 questions more. So let me check if I guess I got those questions, beta. Ha. Okay, I have these 2 questions also with me. So just let me include these questions also. I've got two more questions, beta. Good. So I got these, yeah, I got these two more questions. So, the next question is from, okay, it is from redox reaction. The question says the number of moles of ferrous oxalate and FeSO4 dot ammonium sulfate dot 6H2O. That means this is nothing but Mohr salt. They are required to react completely with 2 mole of acidified KMnO4. So acidified KMnO4 as in this oxidizing agent having MnO4 minus in acidic condition will convert to Mn plus 2 having a valency factor of 5. Obviously everybody remember this, that from plus 7 to plus 2, what is the number of electron transacted? 5. So this is the number of gram equivalent for KMnO4 will be calculated according to valency factor 5. Now coming to the first one. So this is ferrous oxalate. So in ferrous oxalate, Fe plus 2 also get oxidized to ferric ion, and C2O42 minus, the oxalate ion, also gets oxidized and forms CO2. So this is definitely plus 3 and this is definitely plus 4. So let us calculate the total number of electrons given because they are getting oxidized by KMnO4. So Fe plus 2 getting to plus 3 will give 1 electron. Carbon from plus 3 to plus 4 will give 1, but because this ion has 2 carbons, so 2 will be multiplied. So total, because this one molecule has 1 Fe and 1 oxalate, so total number of electron transacted will be 3. Why? 2 plus 1, 3. So what will be the number of moles of this guy? Sir, number of, let's say this is 1. So number of moles of 1 into valency factor of 1 is 3 equals number of moles of KMnO4. What KMnO4 you have to use 2 moles. So 2 into valency factor is 5. So N1 is nothing but 10 by 3. That means 3.33. So do I have? Yes, I have 3.33 here and here. So I just have to check number of moles of this guy. Now Mohr salt, even this is a class 10 class practical basic, that in Mohr sulfate, in Mohr salt only ferrous ion gets oxidized. So this only this ferrous ion will oxidize to ferric. That means its valency factor will be simply 1. So I mean just a simple maths you have to perform again, which is law of equivalence. According to law of equivalence, Mohr salt moles that we have to determine, let's say this is 2, so number of moles of Mohr salt is 2, valency factor is simply 1 because only ferrous is getting oxidized, and number of gram equivalent of KMnO4 will again be number of moles is 2, valency factor is 5, so this is 10, so this number of moles is nothing but 10. So our answer is obviously option 1. Now beta option 1. Acha, okay, I'm sorry. This is the calculation mistake that some do. Some, I mean, due to haste, you can do. Number of moles of KMnO4 you have to take as 2 because question is saying. So 2 into valency factor of KMnO. Valency factor of KMnO. Acha, I've taken 2 only, bhai. 2 into 5, so this is 10. This is right only. So answer is 10. Perfect. I have not done that calculation error. Perfect. Moving to the next one. The next question, a basic question from chemical kinetics. It was missing, so it was not actually missing. We have got this question at a later stage. Again, a classic first order kinetics. So P giving you Q if reaction follows first order kinetics. Then the fraction of decomposed molecule. Okay, it is not talking about concentration of reactant at time t. It is asking the amount that has been decomposed, as in the X part. So P giving you Q, let's say initial concentration was A naught, so this is 0. At time t, it becomes A naught minus X, it becomes X. So for first order kinetics, I know concentration of A as in reactant at time t, which is this, is nothing but initial concentration into exponential of minus rate constant times of t. Sir, but we are not asked AT, we are asked X. So what will be X? Sir, X is also easy. What is concentration at time t? This. What is initial concentration? Sir, A naught. So that means X is nothing but AT minus A naught. So what is AT minus A naught? Sir, AT is this much, as in A naught into e raised to the power minus KT minus A naught. So A naught comes out to be common. I mean, A naught take out as common. But yes, sir, which will be a higher concentration? Sir, this will be higher concentration, because ultimately concentration is getting reduced. So rather what you should do, this minus this. So okay, let me do that for you, because x has to be a positive value. So for calculating a positive x, I should rather do higher concentration minus lesser concentration. So this is simply a naught common 1 minus e raised to the power minus kt. So 1 minus e raised to the power minus kt. I hope we are clear with this also. Yeah. So yeah, perfect. So I guess we have discussed somewhere around 20-21 questions. So if I have some more chemistry questions, I'll be coming back, or else over to okay, Deepen sir is ready. So over to Deepen sir.
All right, students, I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all the participants. Let's get started with this. Here we are with another question. Some simple question it is. Parabola y square is equal to 4kx. It intersects this, which is an ellipse, at P and Q. Okay. And P and Q is the lattice rectum of both parabola and ellipse. That's the best part. Now pay attention to this part. You are given a parabola. Great. So parabola is y square, standard parabola 4ax. So this a comma 0, which here is k comma 0, is your focus of the parabola. But this, luckily, parabola and ellipse are intersecting at the point P comma Q, where this PQ is the lattice rectum. So this PQ is the lattice rectum, which is the lattice rectum for both parabola and ellipse, which means if I talk about the ellipse, the ellipse has focus at AE comma 0, standard ellipse. So this AE comma 0 has extremums, and they are also PQ because they have common lattice rectum. Everybody got this, all the participants? Now from here, what I'll simply say is that I hope most of you must have realized that one conclusion I can bring here is that this AE and K will be same. So first conclusion will be K will be equal to AE. The second conclusion, here for parabola, we know the length of the lattice rectum is 4a, which is 4k here in this case. And for ellipse, for this standard ellipse, the length of the lattice rectum here will be 2b square by a. I hope no confusion on that. The third conclusion, do I not know the formula of eccentricity for an ellipse? It is 1 minus b square by a square. So by using these three information or these three details, I'll be solving it further. Everybody got this? So I hope everybody is with me on this. With that, I hope this is exactly what I have drawn previously. So here, I'll be using these three information. So first of all, if I could begin with this data, when I take K as AE, so can I replace that K as AE here? So it will be what? 4AE. I hope no confusion on that. So with that, what I get is 4a square. So this a goes to the left hand side and it becomes 4a square e square. Everybody with me on this? No confusion on that. And from here, what I do is, or what I say is that if I take 4a square to the other side, e square will be equal to 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2 times b square by a square. Just give me a quick update on this. Everybody with me on this? B square by a square, 1 by 2. Now we know for ellipse eccentricities, e square is 1 minus b square by a square. Everybody getting that? E square is 1 minus b square by a square. So from here, b square by a square is what? 2e square. So from here, I'll say b square by a square will be 2e square. So can I write that 2e square here? So if I write that 2e square here, this will be 3e square, which is equals to 1. So we receive e as plus minus 1 by root 3. Of course, eccentricity cannot be minus 1 by root 3. Your answer will be plus 1 by root 3. Right? Eccentricity of the ellipses. I hope we are going great. Let me just check it because it is integer type, so it should be an integral value. Integer it cannot be. I think there must have been some options. Let me just cross check the calculation. K will be equal to A. The length of the lattice rectum 4k here. The length of the lattice rectum 2b square by A here. So K, if I replace by AE, it was 4AE. It was 4AE. Then I took this A here. It became 4A square E square. Okay. I think it was E. Okay, I think it was E. It was not E square. So let me make that correction. With that, it will get changed. Okay, so there is some correction here. Let me go back to the previous slide here. It will be 4A square E is 2B square. So here I'll say E will be 2B square by 4A square, which is 1 by 2 B square by A square. Everybody getting that conclusion? I hope there is no confusion on that. So we get E as this. Now, if I have gotten E as this, I'll simply be substituting that B square by A square by 2E. So this b square by square, if I substitute by 2e, it will become e square is equals to 1 minus what? 2e. So this becomes a quadratic in e, which is e square plus 2e minus 1 is equals to 0. By splitting the middle term, is it solvable? I don't think so. So what will I do here? Sir, question was, okay. Somebody is saying the question was different. I think let me solve this with this logic now. Okay, great. So with that, we have this eccentricity of the ellipse is what is needed to be answered. So I think now here also, splitting the middle term doesn't work here. I clearly see it is not working. So I'll say E I'll find, but I think there is something wrong with the data, as students are saying. But I'm solving it with this data. But of course, if the data was slightly changed, then of course you'll get the final answer. So E will be minus B plus minus under root over B square. B square is what? 2 square, which is 4 minus 4AC. So 4 plus 4 is 8 divided by 2A, right? So this is 8, which is 2 root 2, which is 2 root 2. So I think your answer will be minus 1 plus minus root 2. But of course, it cannot be minus 1 minus root 2. And of course, it will be root 2 minus 1. So if I take it as root 2 minus 1, that will be the answer. But of course, it is integer type. Then of course, there is something wrong here with the data. I think there, the question got changed. Since it is memory-based paper, so this is what we have received. Sir, the question was e square plus 2 root 2. So what was e square plus 2 root 2? I don't know that. I'm not getting that. Acha. They were asking you e square plus 2 root 2, the value of e square plus 2 root 2. Okay, so we have received e. So if we have received e, I think e square plus 2 root 2 you can find by yourself, and with that you will get the answer. You will square this and you'll add it with 2 root 2. I hope that's simply doable and easy, and that will give you an integral value. Yes, that's good. Unknown truth teller. Good. Thank you so much for suggesting that correction. From here, when I move towards the next question, again a simple one. What I'll say is, let's see, this plus this and the number of points of non-differentiability. Okay, so first of all, there is this modulus function which is non-differentiable at one point when this modulus becomes 0, which means at x is equals to 1. And this cos is always continuous, of course, no problem with this part. So here, continuous into non-differentiable. Of course, it is not 0 there, which means this is going to be non-differentiable at x is equals to 1 for sure. Because this will be continuous and differentiable at 1. So differentiable plus non-differentiable is non-differentiable. So first of all, one point of this non-differentiability will be x is equal to 1. That we got to keep with ourselves. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, unknown truth teller. Now from here, what I do next is I will try and plot this graph. 2x square plus 3 comma 6x, and I got to take the minimum of it. So I have done the calculation so that we can save some time. 2x square plus 3 is equals to 6x. Let me find the point of intersection. 2x square plus 3 will be a parabola. And 6x will be a straight line. Y is equals to 6x, a straight line passing through 0, 0. So from here, if I solve this quadratic, and finally I receive the roots, which means the point of intersection of the line and the parabola, which will be 3 plus minus root 3 by 2. Now here, if I plot this 2x square plus 3, I hope you are seeing upward facing parabola. So y is equals to x square, y is equals to 2x square, then y is equals to 2x square plus 3, transformation of graphs. So here, this is going to be the y-axis, and here, this point here will be 0, 3, symmetrical with respect to the y-axis. So this point, the minima of this curve will be 0, 3. Everybody getting that? Now from here, what I do next is pay attention to this part, everybody. Now if I plot this line is going to intersect with this at 2 points, and those 2 points are going to be 3 plus root 3 and 3 minus root 3. I think both are going to be positive, which means both are going to be here. So 0, 0 would be somewhere here. So that straight line could be going somewhat like this. I hope you're comfortable with this. This is a rough sketch, right? So with that, when I'm willing to take the minima here, so minima first of all goes like this. This is the minima between this curve and this curve. Then this is the minima. Then again, this is the minima. So if I now look at the sharp turns here, one of the sharp turns is here, one of the sharp turns is here. So this curve is non-differentiable at 2 points. This curve is non-differentiable at 2 points. I'm not interested in those 2 points because we need to count the number of non-differentiability. So non-differentiable at 2 points, non-differentiable at 1 point, which means total number of points where it is non-differentiable will be 3. That's great. That's brilliant, students. Keep interacting, keep participating like this. That's amazing. Again, a very simple question, a very straightforward, doable question. We are given f of x as f dash x dot f double dash x. So if I'm told this, first of all, I know that if f of x is a polynomial of n degree, then f of x is a polynomial of n degree. F dash x will be a polynomial of degree n minus 1, and f double dash x will be a polynomial of degree n minus 2. Now, why am I adding it? Because when these two polynomials are multiplied, their degree will be sum of their degrees. I hope you're understanding. I hope you're understanding it. So n minus 1 will be the degree of f dash x, n minus 2 will be the degree of f double dash x. So if I add them, This should be this because they have given this information, right? So with that 2n, n goes to the other side, -1, -2 comes to the left hand side, n becomes 3. N becomes 3 means what? We got this idea that f of x is a cubic expression. F of x is a cubic polynomial. This is what we got. This is what we got. Second conclusion, f of 0 is 0, which means it passes through origin, which means there will be no constant term. If it does not have any constant term, which means first of all I can take f of x as ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. I need not write because it is going to pass through 0, 0. Now I'll use this information. Which information? Sir, f of x, which is ax cube plus bx square plus cx. This f of x is equal to f dash x. What is f dash x? 3a x square plus 2 bx plus c. That is f dash x. What will be f double dash x? The derivative of this, which will be 3 into 2, 6 ax plus 2b. Right, everyone? Everybody got this? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now from here, let me just keep it written. F of x was ax cube plus bx square plus 6x, not 6x, it is cx. Now from here, what I do next is pay attention to this part. I'll start comparing the terms. Before I start comparing the coefficients, because both of them are same, so it is an identity. So coefficients of the same degree term will be same. So coefficient of x cube is a here, and coefficient of x cube I'll get from this and this. I hope you're comfortable with that. So 3a into 6a. I think nothing else I'll get from here. So 3 into 6a is what? 18 a square. So I get 18 a square from here. Of course, a cannot be 0. If a becomes 0, it will not be a cubic anymore. So a gets cancelled by a. And what do we get? We get a as 1 by 18. Comfortably understanding this, everyone? Now let me talk about the coefficients of x square. So coefficients of x square are going to be what? This into this, which is 3a into 2b, which is 6ab. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Second coefficient of x square I'll get from this and this, which is 2bx into 6ax, which is 2 into 6, 12abx, which is 12ab. X will not be, x square I'll not be writing. And this is all what I'll be getting, because apart from that, there will be no x square. But here the coefficient of x square is b. Now, first of all, we know that here I can take b common. So if I'm taking b common, this will be 6a plus 12b times b is equal to b. Now we know this is not 0 because a is 1 by 18, 6 by 18 plus 12 is not 0. So this has to be 0. I hope you're getting it. Everyone with me on this. If you don't believe me, you can simply solve this. You take b on the other side, you get b minus b is equal to 0. This when you take common, root loss is happening here, but we know that this is not 0. So that means this is going to be 0. So we get conclusion. Which mistake, students? Which mistake? 18ab. Which part 18ab? 6 into 3. Yes, it should be 18ab. Nothing wrong with that. So it is 18a. So even if you divide it by, even if you introduce 18, 12 plus 1 is 13. So of course, b is going to be 0. So first of all, I cracked here that b will be 0. So we have gotten b as well. Now let's talk about the coefficient of the x. Okay, so let's talk about the coefficient of x. So coefficient of x, first of all, I'll get with this and this. So 2bx into 2b. I hope you're understanding. B is 0, so it doesn't matter. I am not writing that expression because it will be 4b square. It will be 0 because b is 0. Then I'll get coefficient of x with what? I think the coefficient of x will be attained by this only, which is 6ax into c. So it will be 6ac. Right, the coefficient of x, and here coefficient of x is c. Again the same problem. I hope you're understanding. 6a cannot be 0, so the only condition here is that c should be 0. Who is saying, sir, no? What's the problem? Do tell me what's the problem. Are you not getting this? If you're not getting it, I'll rewrite it. All I'm saying is that if I take this c on the other side, it is 6ac minus c is equal to 0. C I am taking common, so it is 6a minus 1 is equal to 0. We know 6a minus 1 is not 0. 6a minus 1 is not 0, which means c has to be 0. So we get the conclusion that c will be 0. That's exactly what I was saying. When I was talking about B. Everybody got this? So I have A, B, C all. So if I have A, B, C all, where A is 1 by 18, B and C are 0. So I think we have cracked the cubic. We have cracked the cubic. Cubic is a very sorted cubic. A is 1 by 18. So this is x cube by 18. Now shall I leave it up to you? Shall I leave it up to you? Sir, can you calculate the coefficient of x square again? No, I will not. I think we have done it. You rewatch this video, you'll get this idea. Now here. F dash 2, you have already worked it out. F double dash 2, you know how to do it. This is such an easy question. I hope you can do it. Now 0 to 1 f of x. So integrate it and then 0 to 1. I hope this part you all can do very easily. No. I am creative. I'm not getting b is equals to b. We are getting b is equals to 0. I have shown it with c. The kind of value c we have gotten 0. The same value of b will get as 0. If you don't believe me, just take b on the left hand side, subtract it, take common, and then the other factor will not be 0. That means b has to be 0. You'll check it by yourself. So with that, I hope you'll do this part, which I'm skipping, which is absolutely doable by you all. Now moving ahead with the next question. This I think we have already done. So here we are with the next question. Again an easy one. Again an easy one, a very simple one. First of all, I'll directly show you the solution here. 1 comma 2 be any point from which two chords 1 comma 2 be any point from which two chords bisected at y-axis are drawn. Okay, so let's say there is a point 1 comma 2. It could be anywhere. I'm just randomly drawing it, not as per the proper scale. So from 1 comma 2, let's say I have drawn two chords, right, to a circle. Great, great, great. That's brilliant, students. Keep responding. I'm glad a lot of you are still active. And with enthusiasm, you all are responding. That's perfect. So from 1 comma 2, two chords to a circle are drawn. Great. So what are we told? That this chord is intersecting y-axis somewhere. So if this chord intersects the y-axis somewhere, that coordinate of point of intersection of that chord with the y-axis will be 0 comma k. And what am I told? That this chord, which is a chord to a circle, this chord is bisected at 0 comma. Are you getting it? So there is a circle which has a chord here, and this chord is bisected at 0 comma k, and this is the circle. So I hope you remember the equation of the chord of a circle which is bisected at a point is given by t is equals to s1. Do you all remember that? So can I write it's t is equals to s1? I hope no one is confused with that. T is what? X square xx1. So what is xx1? X into 0. So that is 0. Y square gets replaced by yy1. So that will be, I hope you're understanding, ky. So I'm writing a ky here. No confusion on that. Then x gets replaced by x plus x1 by 2. So x plus 0 by 2, which is x by 2. I hope no confusion on that. Then y is replaced by y plus y1 by 2. So this is minus 6 by 2, which is minus 3 by minus 3. And then you have y plus y1, that is y plus k. And then there is nothing else here, is equal to S1. S1 means what? Power of this point with respect to the circle. I hope you remember that. So with that, what will I say? 0 comma k, if I'll pass here, 0. This is k square, so this will be k square. Then you have 0 here. This is minus 6k. So this is what you get. Now we know that this is the equation of that chord. And if this is the equation of the chord, it must be passing through 1 comma 2. It must be passing through 1 comma 2, which means 1 comma 2 must satisfy this equation of the chord. So if 1 comma 2 is satisfying this equation of the chord, if 1 comma 2 is satisfying this equation of the chord, I hope you're understanding. This is the equation of the chord which gets satisfied by 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 2 should be passed here in place of x and y respectively. So 2 here, if I pass, it will be 2k. If I pass here 1, it will be 1 by 2. If I pass, what is 1 comma 2? So it will be minus 3 times 2 plus k. Then you have k square minus 6k. So what am I getting? A quadratic in k. What am I getting? A quadratic in k. So if I simplify it, the best thing which you should do is, let me simplify it first. 2k plus 1 by 2 minus 6. Or shall I multiply it by 2 on both these sides? I think that will be better because ultimately we'll have to do it. But shall I simplify it first? Let me simplify it first. So 1 by 2 minus 6. I hope you're understanding. 1 by 2 minus 6, that is 12, which is minus 11 by 2. So I'm writing it as minus 11 by 2 here. I hope you're comfortable with that. Then you have minus 3k. So minus 3k plus 2k leaves you with minus k. So I think left hand side is sorted, very much sorted, I believe so. And the right hand side is clearly k square minus 6k. Even if I bring this minus 6k here, this minus 6k plus minus 6k minus k will make it plus 5k. So this is going to be plus 5k. So if I now multiply it by 2 on both these sides, how will it look like? It will look like 2k square. Then this will be 10k. 10k goes to the other side, it becomes minus 10k. Then this becomes minus 11, goes to the other side, becomes plus 11 is equal to 0. Give me a quick update on this. Everybody got this? Everybody got this? All the participants. So we have gotten k from here. Now, if I have gotten k from here, what will I do? I hope you're understanding. I'll solve this quadratic. So I'll get the value of k. I think splitting the middle term 11 into 22 doesn't work, not working at all. So splitting the middle term minus b plus minus under root over b square minus 4ac. So 4 into 11 is 44 into 2 is what? 44 into 2 is 88 divided by 2a. 2a is 4. So with that, for 188, that I think is 12. So 12 is 2 root 3. So this will be 2 root 3. So this will be 2 root 3 by 4. Even if I divide it by 2, so it will be 5 plus minus root 3 by 2. So these are the two values of k. Now, sir, why are we getting two values of k? Because from 1 comma 2, you have drawn two chords. So one of the chords is intersecting y-axis at 5 plus root 3 by 2. The other chord is intersecting y-axis at 5 minus root 3 by 2. Did you all get that? Now there is a challenge. What is the challenge? They are asking you the equation of the chord. I hope you're understanding. Now I know the chord passes through 1 comma 2. See, first of all, this is the equation of the chord. This is the equation of the chord only. This is the equation of that chord. This is t is equal to x1. So this is equation of the chord. All you got to do is substitute k as 5 plus root 3 by 2 here once, and then k as 5 minus root 3 by 2. Two times you will have to do that, and a lot of calculation will be there, because now k square is there, k is there, a lot of calculation is there. Or rather, you write it simplified form. Instead of this, we had a simplified form of this, a quadratic, and in that quadratic, if you replace k by 5 plus root 3 by 2 or 5 minus root 3 by 2, you will get the final answer. I hope you're getting it. I hope you're getting it. The other method is, we know that the chord passes through 1 comma 2. And the chord passes through 0 comma k. The chord passes through 0 comma k. So you know how to write the equation of the line which passes through 1 comma 2 and 0 comma k. And ultimately in the end, replace that k by 5 plus root 3 by 2 or 5 minus root 3 by 2. Will you do that by yourself? That is again intensive in terms of calculation, but you got to do that. From here, when I move ahead, when we solve the next question, this is again a simple one, a straightforward one. I'll directly show you the calculation which I have done, because in statistics they don't use much logic. They simply give you a formula based question which you got to solve with the help of calculations. First of all, am I told that there are 9 observations. These are those 9 observations. 9 observations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 10 observations. So I think these are 10 observations. I think 21 has been repeated twice, so it should not be 21. I think let me correct that. 21 is repeated twice, so there should be only 121. I think there is a mistake there. Now with that, these are the 9 observations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. And I'm told that the mean of these 9 observations is 40. Okay, so if I calculate that, how do I calculate it? I hope you can do it. 8 plus 13 plus 17 plus 21 plus 51 plus 103 plus b plus 67 plus a will be 40. So this sum divided by 9 will be 40. So this a plus b will be 40 into 9 minus 301. So I've gotten the value of a plus b, which is 59. Let's keep that data with us. Give me a quick update on this. Everybody comfortable with this mean part? All the participants. Now from here, what I say next is that I am told that it has median. It has a median which is 21. Let me arrange this data in the ascending order. So if I'm arranging this data in the ascending order, what do I get from here is, let me just check this calculation, because I think there is a mistake here. Let me just do that again, because 121 we have removed. So let me do that calculation. Calculation will be 8 plus 13 plus 17 plus 21 plus 51 plus 103 plus 67, that is 280. So this sum will be 280. So with that, there will be a slight change in the value of a plus b, but I think that is still doable. A plus will be 40 into 90, that is 360. 360 minus 280. So 360 minus 280 is, I think, 80. So a plus b is going to be 80. I hope you're comfortable with that. Now, one thing you need to understand here is that 21 is appearing only once. Now pay attention to this part. I am told that a is greater than b. Now, how many observations are there? Sir, can you calculate the coefficient of x square again? Nothing wrong with that. So here, if you watch that part again, you will get this idea. Now from here, all I'm saying is that let's try and arrange a and b. First of all, there are 9 terms. The median will be the middlemost term. If I arrange them in the ascending order, a and b I'm not sure of, but 21 will be, if they are arranged in the ascending order, 21 will be the 5th term, because 9 terms. So 4 terms from the beginning and 4 terms from the end, and 21 will be there in the middle. I hope you are getting it very clearly. So 4 terms will be there in the beginning and 4 terms will be there in the end. I am told a is greater than b. So if a is greater than b, can I not say among these 3 terms, b could be somewhere? B could be either here, 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 or here. I don't know, but let me place it somewhere. But it will definitely be less than 21. And a could be greater than 21. Now a could have been either here, here, or here, or here. But a could be among these 3 terms. I hope you're getting it, because 21 is the median. So a is greater than b, which means 4 terms here, 4 terms here. So a and b are placed like this. Now what are we asked? We are asked mean deviation about median. I hope such a silly and easy question. Mean deviation upon median means what? All these terms minus median, that summation upon number of observations, which is 9. Can you do that calculation by yourself? How will you do it? Sir, we are still facing a challenge. Which challenge? Sir, we are facing a challenge. We don't know A and B. You need not. Let me write that part again. First of all, you'll write 8 minus 21. I hope you're understanding. First of all, you'll write 8 minus 21. So there you'll write 8 minus 21, then 13 minus 21, then 17 minus 21, then B minus 21. I hope you're understanding. You'll take the magnitude here. Nothing wrong with that. But sir, with B minus 21, we don't know B and 21. So here, when you write B minus 21, write it as 21 minus B, because magnitude wise 21 is greater than B. So here, with this term, you'll be writing it as B minus, 21 minus B. Everybody with me on this? So there will be terms like what? I hope you're getting it. With that here, when you write A minus 21, oh, that's so smart. We need not find A and B. Yes. So with that, A minus 21 I'll write, because A is greater than B. I hope you're understanding. A is greater than B. Sorry, A is greater than 21. So I'll write A minus 21. I'll not put a mod over there. Then 67 minus 21. Then 51 minus 21. And 10 minus 103 minus 21. So I will get some certain value, something positive, a number I'll get out of their difference and then modulus. But here I'll get B minus 21. Sorry, 21 minus B and A minus 21. So I'll get A minus B as well, divided by 9 is equal to is equal to, what am I given? What are we asked? Mean deviation about the median. Mean deviation about the median is 26. So this is also we get. So we'll get a number here. I'm not writing that. I'm skipping that calculation part. So I'm getting another equation in A and B from here. So A plus B we have gotten here. A minus B we have gotten here. If I add both of these equations, I'll get 2A from here. Everybody understood that, all the participants. Now from here, when we solve the next question, what do I have? Another question, a very simple, a very straightforward question. Can you believe that? In this category of questions, we have been discussing a lot many times, not only in our revision marathons, but also in the kind of sessions we have conducted previously a lot many times. So here we begin with this. Sum of the coordinates. Okay, triangle ABC, A is given as 2, 1, centroid is 3, 4, and the midpoint of side AB is 5, 4. So side AB has a midpoint 5, 4. Great. So if this is 5, 4, 5 double 10, 10 minus 2 is 8, 4 double 8, 8 minus what is 8 minus 1 is 7. So that is 8, 7. Comfortable. I am given centroid. So I hope you remember x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 centroid. So triple of centroid minus sum of these will be the coordinates of this. So triple of centroid, triple of 3, which is 9. 9 minus 10, which is minus 1, will be the coordinate of C. Triple of 4, that is 12. 12 minus 8, which is 4, will be the coordinate of C. Sir, why did you find all these? I hope you remember, we are asked circumcenter. Do you not remember circumcenter is the point of intersection? One of the methods is you take h comma k. H comma k will be equidistant from A, B and C. You write the terms distance formula and then you find equations in h and k. Standard linear equations in hk will be formed and you solve those two equations and get the answer. Second method, more interesting method. Here, let's say this is 5, 4, midpoint. So we know circumcenter is the point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors, not the altitude, perpendicular bisector. So one of the perpendicular bisectors will be this. I hope you can find the slope of AB. You can find the slope of AB. So if you can find the slope of AB, which will be what? 7 minus 1, that is 6, and 8 minus 2, that is 6. I hope you're getting it. So this slope of AB is 1, which means if I call it as D, let's say for a while, and circumcenter is O for a while, so slope of OD will be minus 1. Can you help me with the equation of the slope of OD? So equation of OD. So equation of OD will be y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to minus 1. Everybody understood this? So this is going to be the equation of OD. Everybody with me on this? One thing I'm going to do, let me write equation of, let me call this point. This is again a perpendicular bisector, let's say for a while. So this is, let's say, a point E. So first of all, let's find point E. E will be midpoint. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So it will be 1 by 2. 1 plus 4 is 5, so it will be 5 by 2. So this is 1 by 2, 5 by 2. Now, can you help me with the slope of AC? So if you find slope of AC, it will be y2 minus y1. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3 upon x2 minus x1. So 2 minus minus 1, that is again what? 2 minus minus 1, that is, okay, 2 minus minus 1 is 3. So it is again minus 1. So slope of AC is minus 1, which means slope of OE will be 1. Everybody getting that? So can I write the equation of OE? Equation of OE here will be given by y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to the slope, which is 1. Now you have gotten two equations, OD and OE. two equations OE and OD. You solve these two equations, you find their point of intersection, that will be O, which is nothing but the circumcenter. Everybody got that? Everybody understood this? Can I move ahead with the next question? Here we are with again an amazing question. We are given that A is a matrix, it is a 2 by 2 matrix where A, B, C, D could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I am told that this matrix satisfies this A square minus 4A plus 3I. Have we not told you? Again, a question based on matrix polynomial, characteristic equation, eigenvalues. Do you remember that? So with that, characteristic equation of a 2 by 2 is given by A square minus trace of A into A plus determinant of A into identity matrix. I hope you remember that is equal to null matrix. So here, if I compare it, trace of A is 4 and determinant of A is 3. Got this, everyone? So if trace of A is 4, which means A plus D, we have cracked as 4. Determinant of A will be AD minus BC, that is 3. That is fixed. Now let's try, that's brilliant, Vedant, that's perfect. So with that, now let's start trying certain values. I hope you're understanding. A plus D, I wish to have 4. So how can I have A plus D as 4? Sir, I think the best combination will be 0 plus 4. Then you can have 1 plus 3. And then you can have 2 plus 2. I think no other possibility could give you this. I think 4 sum 0 plus 4, 1 plus 3 and 2 plus 2. I hope that is how you can get it. So if this is what, let me talk about AD. So what is AD? This is A, this is E. So AD is 0 here. AD is 3 here in this case. And AD is 2 into 2, 4 here in this case. But this minus BC should result into 3. This minus BC should result into 3. So what are possible values of BC we can have? So here, I hope you're understanding, this should be minus 3 here. I hope there is no confusion on that. And this should be 0 here. And this should be 1 here. Everybody with me on this? So now let's talk about possibilities of B and C. I hope you're understanding how am I doing this question. Everybody understanding this? So from here, when I talk about this conclusion, I think BC we want to have minus 3. Can I have it minus 3? I don't think so. Because the product of any of these, any two you take of these, the product minus 3 can never be attained. So this possibility is not there. Can I have a product 1? Can I have a product 1? I can have a product 1 only in case when B and C both are 1. So there is a 1 case for this. And I hope for 0, how many choices do I have? Sir, you have, I hope you're understanding, if you keep B 0, then C has 5 choices. C has 5 choices. Which 5 choices? 1, 2, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you're understanding. Sorry, up till 4 only. Or if you keep, so these are the 5 choices you have. Or if you keep C as 0, you have 5 choices here. So 5 plus 5, 10, plus 1, 11. So there will be 11 elements. Why am I not getting 11 option? Am I making any mistake here? Can I not get BC as 1? If I wish to have BC as 1, what's wrong with that? I think 1 into 1 will do the job. So the answer should be 11. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who's watching it sincerely, do tell me. The answer will be 11 instead of 10 because here I'm getting, oh yes, answer will be 10. I'm really sorry, I missed one part. There will be one common case which is 0, 0, which is there in this case also, and which is 0, 0 here. So I have calculated that twice. So there will be actually 5 plus 5, 10. Minus 1, 9 cases because 0, 0 has been gotten added twice. So it will be what? 9 cases, 9 plus 1, 10. So 10 will be the answer. I hope you got this. I was making a simple mistake, which you all must have realized was a very easily doable question. Now let's focus on this question. Again, let's focus on this. Coefficient of x cube in this. Now when you put focus on this particular part, is it not a GP? A GP with first term as 1 plus x cube. So a into r to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. What is r? Sir, common ratio is 1 plus x. Number of terms, 99 minus 3, that is 96 plus 1. 97 is the value of n. Everybody listening to that? Yes, thank you so much, Nayan Kulkarni, for correcting that. That's good. Ish cupcakes. That's good. That's good. That's good. We hope that it will be easy. But if it is easy, it's easy for everyone. If it is tough, it's tough for everyone. How will it help you anyway? Now here, if I talk about this part, this is a r to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. I hope no confusion on that. And this part I'm not touching at all. It is 1 plus kx to the power 100. Everybody got this. Now from here what I say is that if I push this 1 and 1 are cancelled. So 1 plus x cube into 1 plus x to the power 97. That is 1 plus x to the power 100 by x. 1 plus x cube upon x is there and 1 plus kx to the power 100 is there. Now what I need the coefficient of x cube. So here this is x to the power 1. So if I take coefficient of x to the power 4 from here, I'll get x cube. I hope you're getting it because there is an x in the denominator. So it will be 100C3. So I'm writing 100C3 here. I hope you're, sorry, it will be 100C4 because coefficient of x to the power 4. So it will be 100C4. Everyone comfortable with that? Now here, I won't be getting a coefficient of x cube here because x cube I'll get here, but that x when divides it will give me x square. So I'll not be getting a coefficient of x cube from here. Now I think here it will be again 100C3 into k to the power, I hope you're understanding, 3. Did you get that? The coefficient of x cube here will be 100C3 into k to the power 3. So from there, I'll get k cube into 100C3. And this coefficient we are told is equal to 100C3 times 101 by 4 minus 43n. Everybody understanding this, all the participants. Now from here, what I do is, if I push this inside, 100C3 into this. So 100C3 into 101 by 4 minus 43n into 100C3. I hope you are able to digest and understand whatever I'm saying here. Now, when I go ahead with this, what I see next is, I hope you're realizing, I hope you remember the formula NCR can be written as N by R into N minus 1 CR minus 1. Do you remember that? I hope you are clearly seeing 101 by 4, 100 C3. Can I not write it as 101 C4? I hope you remember that formula. So I'll be writing it as 101 C4. 101 C4. Everybody getting that? Now what I do next is, if I, what should I do? I am taking this on the left hand side, I am taking that on the right hand side, but it is 101 C4 and it is 100 C4. I hope it's positive. Both we have received positive because the sign here was negative. So this is negative, this is positive, nothing wrong with that. I was hoping that it will get cancelled, but it is 101 C4, right? Let me just cross check it one more time. What was it? It was 100 C3. So nothing can be done. I think it will be 101 C4. Okay. So it will be 101 C4. Everybody with me on this? I hope there is no confusion on that. Now what we do next is, now if I take this on the left hand side and if I take this on the right hand side, I hope you're getting it. So here I'll have k cube 100C3 minus 43 and that becomes plus 40 plus 43n plus 43n times what? 100C3 times what? 100C3 is equal to what? 101C4 minus 100C4, and I hope we have the answer because k cube 43n, k cube plus 43n will be this divided by, what was it? I forgot it. It was 100C3. So this divided by 100C3. Now only thing you are left with is calculating this. Is calculating this a tough task? 101C4 you know how to do, 100C4 you know how to do, 100C3 you know how to do. So you just simplify this, get the answer. That will be the value of k cube plus 43n. That's exactly what you are asked. So I'm done with mathematics part. Again, easy. I'll say moderate because of calculation, because maths is always lengthy in nature. But yes, shift 1 of 4th of April was still between easy to moderate. 10 questions you could still find which were absolutely easy, which you could do. Plus 40 marks you could have always scored if you could have fetched the right number of questions. And if I talk about the difficulty level, it was easy. Moderate you will call because length was there. But do you not think that these questions were absolutely doable? Have we not done this category of questions in our marathons as well? With that, let me hand it over to Sumit sir, and I think we'll be culminating it here. NCR plus NC. No, I'm not applying that formula Vedant here. I'm applying a different formula here, and there is negative sign here. So that will not be applied here. So I'm handing it over to Sumit sir. Let me see. He's ready. Yes. So I'm ending and he is joining. Let me end it from my side. Let's meet in the evening shift now.
We are back with more questions on physics. Let us see which all questions we are having right now. Yeah, this is the question. Previous to this we had done. Now let us discuss this question. The electric field of EM wave is given like this. Find a reflected ray equation if theta is Brewster's angle. So you know what happens when a ray is incident on a surface at Brewster's angle. What happens? You know that polarization happens. Okay. So polarization will happen. Now this was the incoming ray. How the electric field is oscillating? You see it is having I cap, j cap and k cap also. It means it is oscillating in this plane, that is my zx plane, and it is also oscillating in the plane which is perpendicular to this, which is along my j axis. Okay, so y axis. So electric field is oscillating like this also, like this also. like this also, like this also. You might have seen that diagram of polarization due to reflection. This is how it is oscillating. Now here some part will be reflected, some part will be refracted. This is the reflected ray. As the angle is Brewster angle, the reflected ray will be polarized. Only this component of electric field will be there. It means finally my electric field oscillation will only be having which component is this? Perpendicular to zx plane is j cap. Only j cap component will be there in this. Only j cap component will be there in this. We are having two options, either this or this. Now, what is the direction of propagation of this? What is the direction of propagation of this? This is, you can say here my x is positive and z is negative. Here my x is positive, z is negative. Fourth option. Is this point clear? This was a conceptual question from Brewster's, you can say, angle. Now, yeah, I plus r is equal to 90, that we know. If I show this as my refracted ray, this angle is r, this angle is my incidence angle, so I plus r is equals to 90. That thing is there. D option, yeah. Next question. A telescope has a resolving power this, the wavelength of light is this, find diameter of telescope. Now I don't know why this resolving power question came. Resolving power was out of syllabus, but don't know. NT asked, so what can be done? We know theta minimum is equals to 1.22 lambda divided by the diameter. This formula you know. Resolving power is 1 by theta. Resolving power, this is 1 by theta minimum, and this will become 1 by theta. If I do, it will become d divided by 1.22 lambda. This. Okay, this is my resolving power. Resolving power is given to us, I need diameter. So d is equals to basically resolving power into 1.22 into lambda. Now put it. By the way, the unit of resolving power has to be per radian, not radian. It should be radian inverse, or I'll say per radian. So this is 5 into 10 to the power minus 7, 5 into 10 to the power minus 7 into 1.22 into lambda. What is lambda? Lambda is 500 nanometer. 500 nanometer means 500 into 10 to the power minus 9. It is like this. Now it will become what it will become. Let me do the calculations. So this is this is 5 into 1.22 into 5. So this comes out to be 30.5. Yeah. So this is 30.5 into, this is 7 and 9 is 16. So 10 to the power minus 14. Minus 14. So if I put the in Fermi meter, if I convert this, means Fermi means 10 to the power minus 15. This will become 305 into 10 to the power minus 15, isn't it? Yeah, 305 into 10 to the power minus 15, which is option 4. Yeah, option 4 it is there, but I don't know, this is a memory based question. I don't think there should be a question on resolving power because that was out of syllabus. If NTA has asked, what can be done? Next question. Two forces F1, F2 act simultaneously on a body. This is F1, this is F2, and body is displaced by 25 meter along this vector. Now what we need? The work done. What is work done? Work done is equals to F dot S. When the force is constant. Force is constant? Yes, both the forces are constant. Now what is F? F will be F1 plus F2. The total force, F1 plus F2. This is the total force, dot with the displacement vector. Now displacement magnitude is 25 centimeter, 25 divided by 100. Yeah, converting that to meter. And the direction is along 3 I cap minus 4 j cap. So if I multiply that with direction unit vector, this will become 3 I cap minus 4 j cap divided by 5. This is my unit vector, this is the magnitude. Getting it? This is how it is converted to that vector. So 5 into 5. Now what is F1 plus F2? 3 plus 2 is 5 I cap. Then 5 minus 4 is plus j cap and plus 2k cap. Plus 2k cap. Yeah. Dot with 3 I cap minus 4 j cap. Okay. Into 5 by 100. Now do the calculations. So 5 into 3 will become 15 here, and for J cap it will become 4 minus 1, minus 4 into 1, it is minus 4, that's all, into 5 by 100. What it is now? This is 11 into 5, 55 divided by 100 joules. 55 divided by 100 joules. I don't know, I am getting a factor of by 100 and 100 is missing. I think either the option should be 0.55 or like that. This by 100 is missing, isn't it? They didn't convert it that to from centimeter to meter. If we convert this, 100 will come here. 3 cap, everything seems fine. This is 3 plus 2, 5. Then it is 5 minus 4 is equals to 1. That seems fine. I think there is by 100 part is missing here. So, I will say this is 15 and this is minus 4, which is 11 into 5.55 joules. So, the answer should be 0.55 joules, first option. Okay, 0.55. Option should be like this then, maybe, I don't know. Not bonus, this is a memory based question. Okay, the data is given by the student, we cannot say bonus, this is not the actual NTA question. Okay, so the student might have missed something in the question. Next, bulk modulus of water is given like this. The depth is this. Find percentage change in density with respect to the density. Okay, so how much is the percentage change in density? Means basically I need delta rho by rho into 100. Now I know density is equals to mass into volume. Okay, due to expansion or compression, mass will not change. Mass is constant. Delta rho by rho, sorry, mass by volume, not mass into volume. What I am writing, mass by volume. Mass is constant, so I write delta rho by rho is basically equals to minus delta V by V. Okay, this relation is there with us. Now bulk modulus is given. I know bulk modulus is equals to P divided by minus delta V by V. This thing we know. Yeah. So I can say this is my delta P, okay, the excess pressure. So minus delta V by V is equals to delta P divided by B. What is delta V by V? Minus of that is delta rho by rho. So this is delta rho by rho is basically equals to delta P divided by B. Now what is delta P? Delta P is the excess pressure. Excess pressure at a depth of 220 meter. We write rho GH. This is the excess pressure due to water. Okay, so this my delta P is equals to rho GH. So it is rho is 1000 for water. Multiply that with 10 to the power 3. Okay, so 10 to the power 3, 1000 into G. G is 10 into the depth is 220. So this is my delta P divided by the bulk modulus is 2.2 into 10 to the power 9. 2.2 into 10 to the power 9. Okay, I need in percentage, I can multiply with 100 also both sides. So let us multiply this with 100 both sides. I'll get the answer in percentage. Now cancel 10 to the powers. How much it is? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 to the power minus 2 will remain then. And what else? And what else? 2.2 into 10. Yeah, 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 is 0.1%. 0.1%. That is first option. Clear? Easy question it was? Yes, it was easy question, but certainly bulk modulus was asked here. If resistance of diode in forward bias is 10 ohm, it should be 10 ohm. Then the time constant of the circuit would be. Now resistance in forward bias is 10 ohm. What will be the resistance in reverse bias? Infinite, by default infinite. Now see, this is my circuit. Which one is in forward bias, which one is in reverse? This is forward, this is reverse. So this is reverse, this will be removed, and this forward bias diode we will replace with a resistance of how many ohm? 10 ohm. How much ohm? 10 ohm. Now I am having this circuit. Now in this circuit, if you see, what is the total resistance? 100 plus 10. 110 ohm is the total resistance. Capacitance is 2 microfarad. The time constant is tau, that is equals to R into C. What is R? 110 into C, which is 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So what it is now? This is 220 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is 22 into 10 to the power minus 5. So this alpha comes out to be 22. alpha comes out to be 22. Okay, clear? Easy question it was. Yes, RC circuit, simple funda was asked from RC circuit. Now the physics part is over. Maths portion is also completed by Deependra sir. Yes, so now Gaurav sir will be joining, so it's over to you, Gaurav sir.
Just because of the three questions, last three questions, Sumit sir, I have completed long back. But yes, we were, few questions were still, just three questions. If you, where's the pen? Okay, here's the pen. I was searching for this. So, see, as I told you, this is some student was saying, yes, me too, hi. Similar to one we have already done. Yes, exactly. Vedant. Beta, see, that is what I'm telling you. Because this is a memory based paper, so obviously certain things can be, the concept will remain the same. Like, for example, few students said that benzene was given, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, so toluene, oxidation, so benzoic acid, and after soda lime decarboxylation you get benzene and CO2 released. So ultimately what is the gas that is released? CO2. What amount of CO2? Now volume has changed. The question that I discussed, in that question students said that volume was 11.2. Here students are saying that volume is this much. That means it will be 0.112 upon liters, as in 22.4. So this is nothing but one decimal here, one decimal gone. So after that I'll be having 100 and 1 by 2, so 1 by 200. So number of moles is this much, number of moles is 1 upon 200, and if this is the number of moles, then ultimately this much CO2 I'm having. That means this will be the amount of product produced. Now what is the product produced over here? Let's say, okay, this is the mass X, so mass upon molar mass of benzene is 78, so this here weight will be 78 upon 200, as in 0.78 divided by 2. So this is 0.3 something. So if you approx it, and because you have to report 10x, so your answer will be 4. Ultimately, even if you have this question, yes beta, it will be 0.39. What I am saying is basic remains the same. Ultimately, this is the pattern which the question was asked. Moving to the next question. From the basic question from solution and colligative properties, the question says you have 4 gram of solute. Now remember, I told you to mark solute as 2, solvent as 1, and solution as solution. In my last live, in the live also I have said, because this will rather help you to do calculations very neatly. It will be a neat and clean calculation. So this is weight of solute. Okay sir. It is dissolved in some amount of solvent and its vapor pressure decreases from this much mm to this much mm. That means from 760 till 740. So this is vapor pressure of pure solvent and this is vapor pressure of solution. Obviously, because of addition of solute, vapor pressure will fall. So we know that change in, what is the actual formula of RLVP? Sir, relative lowering of vapor pressure is actually P naught minus PS upon P naught, which is actually equal to x2 upon which is actually equal to x2. X2 is mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction of solute is number of moles of solute upon total moles. But if the change is very small, rather you should not do that approximation, and hence in my solution colligative chapter also, in the live also, I have given you one more relative trick. That is a calculative common sense which says do not take RLVP, because if you are just going to solve the questions, then to be precise with your answers, although here we have options so you can do that approximation, but if at all it was an integer type question, then we can't afford to make that calculation error. So rather what should you do is P naught minus PS upon P naught, because it will be exactly equal to, not approximately equal to, N2 by N1. So there is no approximation, but this is not, okay, this is RLVP, I'm sorry, P naught minus PS upon PS. that is RLVP. This is not RLVP, but this exactly equals this much. And what is the difference in the question? It is given 60 to 50, as in difference is 10 upon what is of the solutions are 750. So ultimately I know the ratio N2 by N1. Let us make this as equation 1. Now after that, it is asking us that calculate the molar mass of solvent. Okay, I do not know what is the solvent, and it is also telling us that 4 gram of the same solute is dissolved in same amount of solvent. Solvent is also same, and it is giving us the boiling point elevation. So rather it is also asking us to do delta TB is equal to I into KB into molality. But sir, it is also mentioning that you should not consider it as electrolyte. Make it a non-electrolyte. So if it is a non-electrolyte, value of I is clearly 1. KB of solvent is given, it is 0.5. Formula of molality is number of moles of solute upon weight of solvent. If I'm taking it in grams, so it is 1000. Now, what is delta TB given? I guess the value is given out to 0.15. In the 2nd April live also I've said some students do, sir, degree Celsius convert to Kelvin. No, change is always the same, so don't bother Kelvin or degree Celsius. See, somebody ABCD saying it was numerical. So this happens, beta. That's why I'm saying at least learn this mathematical terminology. It will help with calculation part. So obviously, but sir, what I need molar mass of solvent. So ultimately we have weight of solvent. So rather, because weight here also is same, and I know ratio of N2 by Mn, so let us use that ratio. So can you replace W1? Yes sir, W1 will be equal to N1 into molar mass of 1, and this is the desired thing. Molar mass of 1 is asked out of us in the question. So let us replace this W1 by N1 M1. So instead of this W1, I'm writing N1 M1. And obviously everybody can clearly see N2 by N1 is 1 by 75. So N2 by N1 is 1 upon 75. Now everything is given, you just have to do into divide, and you will find value of M1 as somewhere around 44. So if it was a numerical question, then answer will be 44. I hope everybody is clear with this. Chalo. Vedant, Dathan, ABCD, Roy. Sir, we can, beta. Roy, that's what I'm saying. That I hope it is done. Roy, chalo. Moving to the next question. A very generic question. Yeah, a very generic question asking us about hydrocarbons, the reductive ozonolysis. Now, what does reductive ozonolysis do? You see the double bond, you break the double bond, add double bonded O. The same question we have done in the live, just before before the 2nd April examination. You can go to the live section of PWJ in English. I have done a 6-hour, maybe 4-hour class. So just go to the live session, and all these questions, all the concepts definitely have discussed. So sir, how to find? Ultimately, after ozonolysis, you get these many fragments. So let us count the number of carbon. This is 1 carbon, but how many formaldehyde we have got? 2. So ultimately it will be coming out from the given reactant only. So ultimately you should have 2 carbon in your given reactant. After that 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So ultimately how many carbon you should have in the reactants are 10. Option 1 and option 2 are having 8 carbons. Just count. And obviously option 3 and 4. But for option 3 and 4, you have to just check. How check, sir? See the double bond, break the double bond. So let's say I'm breaking this double bond with a orange color. So if I break this double bond, what I'll get? Sir, this will be CH. So double bond O, that means 1 aldehyde. This also I'll break. So sir, 1 more formaldehyde. So ultimately I have got 2 formaldehydes. I am happy. Now after that 2 formaldehyde, job is done. Now after that, sir, this will also be broken and this will also be broken. Let us count the number of carbons. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each of the carbon, because this will also get double bondo, this will also get, this will also get, this will also get. So I hope everybody is clear that I'll be having 4 carbons, each having double bondo. This structure is also obtained. What about that one? I need 4 carbon, but first and fourth should not have any. So this is first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, and this is fourth carbon. Obviously this and this will have these double bond, and clearly option 3 is our answer. So just you have to be open, vigilant with your eyes. So moving to the next question, and probably I guess the last question. Yes, simple bowl concept analysis. This much decimeter cube, as in this much liter of SO2 is given at STP. So number of moles of SO2 gas will be volume occupied by gas in liters, because decimeter cube is liter upon 22.4. So a 0 will come in the numerator. So this is 1 by 2, but a 10 has come. So this is 5 moles. What are you asked? You are asked moles. Moles is 5. Obviously this is our answer. And what about the number of molecules? So number of molecules of SO2 will be number of moles into Avogadro's number. So this is 6 into 5 into 10 raised to the power 23, as in 6 5 are 30. So 3 into 10 is power 24 approximately. Obviously you have your answer. So this is it from our side. I hope we have helped. We have tried to made you confident with your content, that what you should leave, what you should not, we should not focus your attention with. Kindly practice so many questions that are making you uncomfortable, but only around these concepts, which will also help you fetch greater number of marks and a better percentile. So all the very best with that. We'll be meeting soon in the evening at around 6:15, 6:20. So we'll catch up with the discussion of the evening session. By the time, all the very best. Keep studying. Okay. Wondering how it would be. It would be great, beta. So we'll be meeting in the evening, है ना?